How are you? Ah! Who's gonna come back first? I see no one who will be here. You tell me that. The snip and sketch didn't work for it, which sucks, but... And here we are. Leonard is first. Check out my titles. They look good. Go to Discord. Pop it in there. Want to talk about it? No! No! You know what? I really wanted to tell you about Kingdom Hearts. I think that if you like it, if you really truly like it, I think you should report yourself and go live on an island that they sink. Come on. I think you are somewhat intelligent. No, you don't. You don't. You just like the idea of it. The same way you like Last of Us Part 2. You like the idea. Same way you like Red Dead Redemption 2. You like the idea. You don't actually think it's good. You don't. Where's Horky? I need the balance brought back to the Force. And Prince. Where are they? Why is it just you and Kingdom Hearts? Where? Please. It's happening! Oh, I didn't know you're such a big fan of this. Wow. I'm very bright. Like, the contrast is crazy high or something. Oh well. Only even me. No. Oh, I needed my different controller. I was using, Wait, is a white guy playing video games on Twitch? On a PS4? Playing Dishonored? Wearing glasses? In Canada? It's one of your favorite games? Cool, man. Auto-use mana elixir, sure. Kill cam mode, normal or frequent? You think I can handle it on hard? Probably not. I suck. Head bobbing out. I think we could use a little less than that. Actually, I'm just going to leave it on to what... Who is it? Harvey Smith thinks is good. Chains climbing relative to camera. Chains. Chains? You know what I really just want is to invert it. Oopsie. Yep. No. Maybe like aim assist down there. I'm so good at video games. No, you're not. Wait, yeah, I am. No, you're not. Yes, I'm not. I mean, not as good as Ninja. But I can play them. Oh, you can play them? That's... Whoa. Wait a second, are you a white guy that plays video games? The incantations are set through the controller speakers? I hope we didn't lose Horky. Oh, man. Plagues. You're gonna love it. Normal. Stealth and combat are moderately difficult. Enemies inflict more damage and are more perceptive. I don't like when the potions are less effective. That sucks. Masks on. So you can barely see the darkest symbol? Okay. I feel like I can still see it. There, I can barely see it now. I don't want it to be that dark, but okay. If that's what you say. WWF. Raw. What's a trainer? You had somebody come by. I was going to say a guy. Could be a girl. Be more motivating. You've just returned from a journey of several months, visiting the other nations in the Empire to ask for aids in dealing with a certain population with the rat plague. You must deliver their diplomatic response to the Empress, whom you serve as Lord Protector. You need to ask for aid in dealing with rat AIDS.
Corvo, if only there was someone else I trusted to send, so that you could remain near. But there is no one else. And the Spy Master was right to insist that I send you.
Bethesda.
The plague has taken so many, and we must find a cure. When you are near, my heart is at peace. Emily and I will count the days until you return. Hurry home, and bring good news.
It's a PS3 game. Why do the subtitles have to be so bloody long? Don't they have any consideration for my big fat face?
Steady hand. That's it. Watch it. Cast off live. Casting off. We're away.
Wow, pretty impressive.
Take us straight to Dunwall Tower. Lord Corvo has news for the Empress, and we've come a long way.
I like that they're not
a long way to bring
realistic,
bad news.
you know?
The sailors say there's a curse on us. Black magic.
Superstition. For all we know, there's a cure for the plague by now.
What a timely game.
Maybe. We live in strange times. Sending the Empress's bodyguard away for a couple of months. That's unusual.
Well, this was important. We need help with the rat plague.
Oh, look at that big-ass whale. Definitely a lot less... Like, the games, they look like PS4 games in terms of sort of the size of the arenas and everything, and the environments, but there's just way less detail. It's like the same amount of objects as a PS2 game, but the size of a PS4 game kind of area, you know? I just love it. I love the differences. The evolution. Shut her
The
down.
Empress will be waiting for your news, Corvo.
I'll be looking at your butt. Oh, look at the way he nervously plays with his thumb and fingers. I'm a game character. I jump all the time where no one else jumps. These always feel like PC games to me. Well. Oh, a big gust of hot, humid air just flew through my window into my face. I almost held L1 to run, like... Look at these dudes.
You know what to do next time? There he is. Good voyage, sir.
It was real good. I'm so excited I'm jumping.
Fiddle with the hydraulics, and it runs like a dream now.
Welcome back, Lord Protector.
This game's neat. It's got a good vibe.
Hello, Her Majesty is waiting in the pavilion.
Yeah, they are quite ratty.
Corvo, you're back! Will you tell me about your trip, please? Were there any whales? Wait! Let's play hide and seek first. I'll cover my eyes and you hide. You have time? Mother's busy talking to that nasty old spy master.
I guess this is a how to play thing.
Okay, here we go.
She actually looks quite realistic.
Run with me!
I'm faster than you.
Ooh.
I played as her in the second one.
Did you see any monsters while traveling to the other isles? My nanny says the big ocean's full of them. But I think she only says that to scare me.
The movement's pretty weird in the PS3 land,
Let's see if you're still good at this. I'll hide my eyes and count, and at the end of the countdown,
I feel like a dog.
I'll
I don't
try
talk,
find
and I just communicate by jumping up and down.
I'm going to count to 10. Find a place to hide.
Stealth mode.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
This is
8,
terrifying.
9, 10. Here I come. always find you. I see you. Did you really think you could hide there? Let's play one last time, please, Corvo? Alright then. Let's go see Mother.
That was a real bad hiding spot. I got freaked out. I felt like this wasn't a good enough spot. And then I didn't have enough time. She counted to 10. 20. You need 20.
Someday I'm going to climb up to the rooftop.
You think this is 60 frames a second? I'm faster than you, you wanker.
Welcome home, Lord Protector.
The story in the
Stop
second one
moving,
was pretty
Campbell.
lame.
And you, Corvo, welcome back. From wherever you've been.
But it didn't matter.
They sent him all around the Isles to beg for aid. A waste of time. My elixir will banish the plague from this city. Now keep still a moment.
This guy's gonna be the villain, eh?
I'm not so sure that painting looks like Campbell.
Well, the question wasn't, is the stream at 60? Do you think this game, or do you know? Does anyone know if this game is at 60? Should I bother changing the stream to 60?
She'll see you at once.
I can. I could stop it. I'd have to stop it momentarily, but good. Oh my gosh. Look at this maid. Holy moly. Maybe. Wait, I'm starting to feel like a real pervert. I'm blocking her way. She's so attractive. I love this idea of the maid outfit too. Come on, baby. Put a smile on that face for me. Hey, look at this guy. Rat face. Empress Jessamine. Jessamine. PS3 games, they save automatically. Played all game series in reverse now? Yeah, man. Should go back to The Last of Us. Part 1. You died. I feel like that was take 5 and they still weren't happy with it.
Later, will you give me more climbing lessons? Someday I'm going to climb up to the rooftop.
This game's got a real creepy vibe. It has a unique way of presenting the environments and the characters.
Welcome home.
It just
Lord
feels like... Oh man, like whoever made this,
I'm not so sure that painting
Arcane,
looks like Campbell.
Harvey Smith. I like how she's dissing this guy. He's obviously spent hours and hours on this. This is probably some real important guy. And she just says, that doesn't look like him.
Corvo, please. I can't see him. Oh. Gentlemen, I cannot paint without your cooperation.
Lucas Barchalos. Yeah, Arcane, they made Prey. And it's Harvey Smith's studio who made, he worked on Deus Ex 1. He helmed Invisible War, which
She'll see you at once.
was a bit of a disaster, mostly because they forced them to put it on console and they ran into some problems. But I still thought it had some great ideas.
They're sick people, not criminals.
We've gone beyond that question, Your Majesty.
They're my citizens, and we will save
She's
them
a
from
good
the plague
queen.
if we can. All of them.
Very well.
We will not speak of this again.
Mother, Corvo is back.
Thank you, Emily. Leave us, please.
As you wish, Your
She's
Majesty.
not very nice to her daughter, though. Mother. I should get one of these cool,
Corvo. 2 days early. Full of surprises, as usual.
That guy's a wank. I cut my own hair.
Follow me, Captain. We should leave them alone.
No, you're ugly, and she is the love of my life.
It's a fair wind that brings you home to me.
Mama, look at that.
What
mole.
news have you brought?
I just want to pick it off. Dave Taggart. What a nice guy.
I hoped that one of the other cities had dealt with this before, knew of some cure. This news is very bad. We're at the breaking point. Cowards. They're going to blockade us. They'll wait to see if the plague turns the city into a graveyard.
Oh, look at that oil
Are you
painting.
okay, Mother?
Watercolor painting,
You
oil
seem
painting.
sad.
Yes, don't worry, darling. Mother is fine. Wait, where are the guards? Who sent them away?
Mother, look! What are they doing on the rooftop?
What? Emily, come here!
R2 with your right hand. L2 with your left hand. Okay. Yeah.
Emily, fight me!
How do you defend? Ow! How do you block? I'm not really a type A personality. I don't know if I should have that kind of a control scheme. Yeah, I know. I should only have 90s styles. Like, I should have, L2 fighter is my gun. A bowl cut, parted down the middle with frosted chips. Oh, R1. Press and hold R1 to block incoming sword attacks. Perfect time will put the enemies up and down sword to lead counter attack. Where are my ladies? There they are. Let's hug with our
what
spidery
sweet
arms.
Who are those men, Mother?
Frosted chips.
I don't
Frosted
know,
chips.
Emily. Corvo, thank you. If you hadn't been here... No more! Not again!
Mommy! No!
Get away from her!
Corvo!
No!
Get away! Corvo!
Let my big
Corvo.
hands hold you.
It's all coming apart.
Your insides?
Find Emily. Protect her. You're the only one who'll know what to do. Won't you? Corvo.
Oh, is this going to be one of those?
Ward us all. Look at what he's done.
Yes, he's killed the Empress.
No, it was magic guys that came through a portal.
What did you do with young Lady Emily, traitor?
Her own bodyguard. Ironic.
I'll see you beheaded for this, Corvo. Peg him.
Oh, I thought they were going to behead me right there. Their faces are very balloony. Travis Patterson. All right. Travis Patterson. Travis Patterson. Should I get my guitar up? Nah. It's too much work. 6 months have passed since you were accused by the royal spy master of murdering the Empress and conspiring to abduct her daughter, Emily, the royal heir. Now locked away in Coldridge Prison, the time of her execution draws near. Quite a bureaucracy they have. They think they caught this guy red-handed, big balloon-handed. 6 months until he dies. Travis, you probably like this game. Ah, Rosebud. How's Hong Kong? It's funny, I just love seeing...
This is your final chance, Corvo. Sign the confession and let me give you the rights to put your spirit at ease.
I didn't do it.
That's enough for now. Get out. Let's give the man some time.
Look at her Nazi flags.
Think,
It's okay.
Corvo. The Empress is dead. Her daughter Emily is hidden away, and no one will ever know the truth.
Yes, unlucky you. Tomorrow you'll be executed. But
sounds
it's for
familiar.
a good cause. This country needs strong leadership now. Someone to guide the weak and And that's where we come in.
There was nothing personal in this, even though you almost sank our plans. But it turned out well. You were in the wrong place at the right time. And someone has to take the fall.
It's bald people versus hair people.
Goodbye, Corvo.
He sounds familiar too. They kind of sound like
Back to his cell.
the scientist from Half-Life. Could they be? Maybe. I wouldn't be
Should eat,
surprised if they
Corvo.
were.
This meal comes from a friend.
Oh, it's gonna have a key in it or something. Because I think this team is like a kind of a PC heavy team, Gordon. Gordon, will you eat? We need to progress the game, Gordon. Bread. Message. Corvo, who we are is irrelevant right now. Just know that we have faith in you. Here's the key to your cell. Once you're out, head for the prison's interrogation room. Take the explosive there and plant it in the outer door. The bomb goes off, run. Make for the river and lose yourself in the sewers. Just like Han Solo, Harrison Ford did in The Fugitive when he ran away from Tommy Lee Jones and he checked every whorehouse, hen house, cock house, dog house, and cat house. You find some useful gear stashed there. One of the prison guards will leave weapons outside your cell. Good luck. We need you alive and well for what's to come. A friend. It's from a friend. What I love about games is when you look at them and you go, this was on the PS3. Woo! Just to see stuff that reminds you of the PS2 and where they were going in the PS4. I just love it. I love the history of the games.
Don't show me a drink, blow off.
Blow off? Oh, I like when they have their own kind of vernacular. Because it's a whale culture, you see. So they would say whale stuff. Sperm you, sperm whale. Blowhole. The sea is salty.
So many people are coming to the execution tomorrow.
There ain't no way I'd steal from the Boyle family. I just worked on their roof.
One who killed the
Let's let him out.
abducted her daughter, Emily.
It's one key. You can't do all of
So
them.
it's an occasion.
You gave a game a few times, couldn't get into it.
For the high and mighty.
Oh, I probably should have been sneaking up and assassinating. Boo! Can I go backwards in time?
Attention. The solitary wing is off limits to maintenance crews, unless accompanied by an officer of the law. Escort through the solitary wing must be scheduled in advance, with 1 week's notice.
Now, I remember what I loved about this is that you just bashed and ran through this game and felt unstoppable. I was just going to say how much I liked it, that you do kind of feel unstoppable. It's supposed to be sort of like movie choreography. You could have increased the difficulty. Where the enemies do more damage, you can't make any mistakes. It's where, I mean, you could just kind of like hack and slash your way through, but it's more like a duel where you really have to time it. Just really simple timing that feels powerful and feels like your choices and your what would you call it? Your actions and the gameplay have a lot of weight. It's sort of like a very simple system, but it feels powerful. I want to let these other people out.
Kill a guard for me, will ya?
Yeah, kill lots.
Burn this place to the ground.
You're in it, and it's cement. It won't burn.
You're out. Good for you. Cut some throats.
Oh! See, and it's like PC influence where you can just kill random people. Burn us all to the ground.
Attention. Tomorrow's execution will be restricted to the personnel assigned to the event and approved dignitaries only.
This reminds me of Tango and Cash. I see what you mean, Ink. That doesn't actually change, like... Doesn't really change the actual... Well, I guess literally it's difficult. It just kind of... It's instead of it being a difficulty meter, it's like a tedious meter. I talked to one guy who said he didn't like Dark Souls because... Yeah, Prince. Got that wrong, didn't I? By holding triangle and pressing left or right and left stick, you can lean around corners. That's cool. Very PC thing. Personal computer. PC gaming, man. I love it. This is really dark. I can't see anything. It's because I listened to the stupid game when they told me to do the They never get that stuff right. Just put it in the middle. I want to see. Dark Souls because he said, thank you very much, Corky. They didn't like Dark Souls. Uh-oh. Oh my god, it's like so bright. Oh, that's disgusting. Because the bosses had too much health, and he said, all you do is you just roll, dodge, poke, dodge and poke, dodge and poke. It's easy, it just takes a long time. I go, you are such a liar! You're a liar! If it was easy, really, and it just took you time, you would beat it so you could hold that over everyone that praised the game when you wanted to have an argument against it. But because you could not beat it, you didn't. I just gotta take a lot of... That's kind of the whole point, is that the Dark Souls bosses have to have a lot of health because they are... Otherwise, you could just get lucky. You have to prove that you actually know all their attacks and have the knowledge and the reflexes to dodge them. Someone been wanking into this? Type C wank. Type C wank. Well, a lot of it. Whale oil tax. Dark Souls bosses never felt too hard or unfair? Yeah, they definitely don't. God. I want to make more games like this. I really hate on a console when you gotta like move your thumb over to the right joystick so you can tap the square and move the right joystick. Scudder versus Blackie. A wager on the most vicious hounds in the city as they rend one another by John saying. That's gross. But they do drink blood ox stew. I'm sure it's a type of ox, not just blood from an ox. Ox blood stew. Blood ox stew. I'm sorry, did you say blood stew? No. It's a blood ox. Ox blood? No. So easy to grab all this stuff. Their battle of attrition item management comes into play. That's true, yeah. Although Sekiro was tougher in the first playthrough, second was so easy. Keyhole. Oh. Is it me or is this game unique? Is it not? Is there something like beef that's similar to this? I guess Bioshock's pretty similar.
Through the solitary wing must be scheduled in advance with 1 week's
Yard.
notice.
Do you think those guys keep running by, or do they only come across when you look through the keyhole?
Got a prowler on the loose.
They're pretty calm for knowing someone's escaped. Drop assassination. Drop on an enemy from above and press R2 before landing on them. You won't take any drop damage. FIFA 19 pretty similar? What?
I'll flush you out.
Let's get flushing.
I know you're somewhere around here. Keep running.
Keep jumping. That was awesome. Don't kill anyone. No! Sure, if you tip some money, sure. It's so... The controls are so intuitive.
Tomorrow's execution will be restricted to the personnel assigned to the event and approved dignitaries only.
I shouldn't be here. Now I'm gonna die for nothing.
Well, yeah, I want to let you out. I want to open all the doors.
Let me out.
It's so easy to kill people. Hide the body of them? Why, Lucas? What does it matter? Does it really matter? Do I need to hide the body? No inmates beyond that point yard walkway. I like that reverby, drippy sound. Signs of the inmates just randomly yelling. This works really good on a controller.
Attention. The solitary wing is off limits to maintenance crews, unless accompanied by an officer of the watch. Escort through the solitary wing must be scheduled in advance, with 1 week's notice.
Find the explosive. Proceed across the walkway to the interrogation room. Okay. From a moral standpoint, would you rather kill the guards or do non-lethal takedowns? No bodies found, better rank. Oh, thanks, Lucas. From a moral thing, I don't know. These guys are all screws, right? Usually prison guards are not the nicest people. That doesn't sound nice. Prison guards in dramatic situations are not nice. Real life, totally different. I keep wanting to turn on my flashlight. That runs on whale eyelids. Oh, I found those coins. Are you a bomb? That is some PS2 looking. That's how they did wood in the PS2 days.
Tomorrow's execution will be restricted to the personnel assigned to the event.
Yeah. You can also finish the game without killing anyone. You always did non-lethal takedowns because you're against killing people. Plus the guards are just trying to do their job. Fun fact, the reason why Corvo Attano, formerly the Royal Protector, will be brought in for interrogation. This is of utmost importance. The Lord Regent and High Overseer Campbell will conduct the questioning themselves, follow their orders without hesitation, and keep the torturer under control. If Corvo dies in his hands, instead of getting the public execution the Lord Regent wants, it'll be your head that rolls next. The reason Will Smith was offered the titular role. Titular role. The titular role. This looks very Bioshock. In Django Unchained, for Will Smith, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, he was offered the role. One of Quentin Tarantino's, I think it's his most profitable film ever. And he turned it down. He said he didn't like that Django used violence. Too violent. Will Smith is the prince, laughs a lot, of Hollywood. Swing. There's all kind of like a mouse interface designing. That's such a... I guess safes used to look like that, but it sort of seems like cartoon filmic. You actually see it. I like how all the objects are so big. So big and round. You only killed 3 people? You're glad Will Smith didn't take the role? You know, I'm so curious, but the thing with movies is they're such a huge undertaking that you can't just have experiments. Last of Us Part 2 probably shouldn't have been experimenting so much. It's just such a huge ordeal. I would have been interested. Could he do it? I mean, he showed off... Wild Wild West. I think Will Smith is too much of a mainstream guy. That's what he likes. Apparently, he got to some point, like in the 90s, where him and his agent started analyzing the top, like, 10 or 20 movies profit-wise. And they found that movies that make a lot of money always have a lot of special effects and they're big spectacles. And,
Corvo's unconscious again. Though he's taken more punishment than the 2 men we brought in for interrogation. When he wakes, we'll start again. Having him sign the confession for her murder isn't critical, but it might be useful to us later. The assassination of an empress is not a trivial matter.
That's a good thing to record. Maybe I should keep this as evidence to clear my name. Uncle Phil! How about when there's that part in The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air where his dad doesn't want to be around him, and Will goes to his uncle and he's like, "How come he don't want me, man?" And they hug. Pretty nice. "How come he don't love me, man?" Or don't want me, something like that. I'm getting teary-eyed just thinking about it. Will Smith had a lot of potential. Anyways, him and his agent found out that movies, yeah, that are big spectacles and have a lot of special effects are the most popular. Then he was in Independence Day, Wild Wild West. What else? There's something else he turned down to do Wild Wild West as well. Bad Boys. He was a huge movie star and could have been bigger. But he never wanted to really push himself. I think he just... I think he's a... Is he a Scientologist? Kind of get the feeling he has a lot of weird... not weird, but I think he's...
You lazy slug. Did you patrol the yard?
I think he's really
I was gonna report
a slave to his philosophical beliefs.
Do your rounds. The report's trouble for both of us.
I'm moving.
I think this might totally kill off movie theaters. Or change them into what they were always going to be.
I can't dump you in the river.
When do you get your powers? Hey, I think I'm blocking too early. You put your enemy off balance with perfect timing. Now press R2 to perform a lethal counterattack.
Let's feed him to the house. Dump you in the river.
Eat metal.
Jesus.
All mine.
I'm no Ink of the Dragon. Yeah, I think when I was a kid, Wild Wild West seemed like a fun time. Seemed strange, but fun. The Shane Dawson scandal in the Smiths. Harken back to your suspicion that Disney will just buy everything up. It's kind of like with live music venues, too. They were already struggling. Live music and bars just wasn't really working. And those things are going to just get killed off because of this. A wicked, wicked, wild, wild west. Wicked, wicked, wild, 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 wild west. Wild, 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 wild west. Apparently there's like a producer on that movie who, for like the last 15 years or something, has been trying to get a big robotic spider into movies. And Kevin Smith was working on a script of them, and it was like his dream to make this Superman script or something. And the guy's like, all right, if you make the movie, though, I need you to have a giant robot spider. And Kevin Smith was saying, what? A giant robot spider? I don't think that's going to fit, but I'll see what I can do. And then somebody asked him, how'd that meeting go? He's like, it was good. And they go, did he tell you about the big mechanical spider? Yeah, he's been trying to do that for years. And then you watch Wild Wild West, and out of nowhere, there's a big mechanical spider. Doesn't really make a lot of sense, but it's there. Yeah, I think Red Letter Media... Wow. Once a child shows proper inclination, he's marked. Like a circumcision. Overseers are assigned to study the subject surreptitiously in order to determine whether this inclination is supported by cosmological conditions and other signs ongoing throughout the year. At the end of the cycle, those befitting further testing are removed from their homes some hours before dawn and must begin the march to an outpost outside the city. There, the children undergo ritual preparation and evaluation until the last mechanical spider night of the month of rain, when they make a pilgrimage to White Cliff. During an elaborate ceremony is determined which of the children will become overseers and which must be put down. Hey. Yeah, Red Letter Media is saying movies will just kind of be, like a movie theater will just be like a ride almost, you know? It'll be rumbly seats, 3D, smells in the theater. It'll just be giant, like Star Wars type movies that benefit from that, and then everything else will just be streamed. You know, like do you need to see Marriage Story in a giant movie theater? Do you need to see Marriage Story at all? I watched about a half of it, and it made me terrified to ever get married. Adam Driver is so good. They were so lucky to get him in Star Wars. He held Rise of Skywalker and even The Last Jedi together.
Attention. The solitary wing is off limits to maintenance
Accurate?
unless accompanied by an officer of the wall. Escort to the solitary
Not
wing
yet.
must be scheduled
I was gonna
in
report
advance.
that boiler leak
1
from
week's
yesterday.
notice.
Forget it. Do your rounds.
Forget
Report's trouble for both
Stealth in Last of Us Part 2 is pretty good. I kind of find myself wishing to be able to, like, crawl or hide in the woods or have more of an inventory. But this works really, really well. What's with all the flies? By the way, flies do not like the smell of cinnamon, real cinnamon. Also, cinnamon is my new favorite thing. I put a bunch of cinnamon in some water on the stove. I boil it or heat it up. And they fly away. They hate it. Yeah. Actually, I was listening to a really good podcast called The Big Picture with Sean Fennessy. And they were talking about some of the best movies out, and I was starting to watch Vast of Night. Really, really dug it. I sent a message to Ink of the Dragon. And then,
Attention. Tomorrow's execution will be restricted to the personnel assigned to the event.
Yeah, that was like a week ago, so I was actually ahead of them on a movie for once in my life. I've seen the first, like, 20 minutes of Vast of Night, and it seems amazing. And I fell asleep, and the part that I woke up in also seemed pretty good. I wasn't a big fan of Adam Driver at first, but I think he's won me over. I think he takes everything he does really seriously. He does.
It's just ridiculous.
I feel like when I'm watching him, I'm watching somebody act, but also is really good at it, you know?
Bunch of crap.
It's kind of a mix of that.
Stupid goddamn. Belfort somehow.
I need to throw something. Filmography looks really great. Yeah, I know. It doesn't. I mean, it feels low budget in the way that it's limited in where they go and stuff. But from what I saw, anyway. But like the writing and the look of it is just pretty stunning. I love the writing. It feels so tight. I want something to throw at these jerks. Did I smash everything I could throw? Here we go. Shane Dawson did a video where he joked about wanking to Willow Smith when she was a kid. He even did the wank motion and moans. Now all the Smiths are disgusted by him. Well, yeah. Didn't they put her in some, like, kind of over-sensualized, over-stylized video when she was a kid, though? I wave my hand back and forth, I wave my hand. I guess that's not really all that sexualized. I find, like, just kind of the look of it was like, that's a kid, man. Stop trying to make her look like a video star. It's just weird.
What the boys Attention. Tomorrow's execution will be restricted to the personnel assigned to the event and approved dignitaries only.
Yeah, there's just very clear UI on the screen. You know what you could have used, though, in the first 20 minutes of the Void of Night? Vast of Night? Is less of that guy talking with a cigarette in his mouth.
Damn it. What now? You won't stay hidden for...
Uh-oh. Jesus. There we go. That's what I want. Whoa, it's a big guy. Whoa, they're moving fast. It's like that kid from Stranger Things dressing like she's 40. Oh, the bald one? No, I'm not very good at stealth. They kind of, you know, they give you a big room, they show you the places you can hide, they give you the tools, but it's not, you know what I found in The Last of Us is like they're always moving around, so it's pretty easy to find a space to get behind them. This one, it's a little more puzzly, it's a little more difficult. You have to think more in this game, I find. But I love the UI. I find it's really informative and forgiving. That looks nice. And just feels kind of really like the people who made this play a lot of video games and just want you to know that they love you. That guy, he kind of looks like Spud from Trainspotting. This makes me want to play Prey. Or there to be another kind of Prey game.
Attention. Tomorrow's execution will be restricted to the personnel assigned to the event and approved dignitaries.
You're picking Adam up later at a bus stop in Aldergrove and taking him to look at an apartment in Abbotsford. Oh, that'll be nice for him to get out of the city. It's like they wanted to make a video game. Yeah, well, sometimes you play these games and you think they're more interested in it being cinematic, you know, than like a game, you know? It's like it's like they don't want to lower themselves to do video gamey stuff that doesn't make it look like a movie. You know what I mean? My mom, Adam Driver, you treat my mom nicely. My mom is driving Adam, not Driver.
The solitary wing is off limits.
Hold R1 when doing non-lethal takedown. Thank you. Yeah, it's just like they know they're making a game. And they make a lot of choices that just fit so well. God, I love it. When's their next game? I want to play the next arcade game, man. Why did I wait so long to play this? What's wrong with me? Okay. Like this is the opposite of Red Dead, where Red Dead they wanted everything to feel realistic in the time it takes, but it's like I just want him to be warped up to my shoulders so I can run over, and then I just want to go like this. You know what I mean? I don't think the health needs to be on the screen that much though. A lot of rats and flies and seagulls. You like putting the unconscious bodies next to each other to make them look like they're gay. That's nice.
Assassin, help, bastard!
He looks like Triple H. No, he doesn't. Maybe a little. You prefer cinematic stuff. That's why I compared making a game to being dirty and weird. I'm gonna start the music night at 7:30, Mom. Mamma mia. I will see you. Wah, wah. Look at that freak. Who had to install that? Whoa. Which was? It's just so simple. It's like, point the direction you want to go. You know, it's not like, hold circle to descend. Press square to ascend. Press triangle to swim faster. It's like, man, I got a lot of video games to play. How about I just point in the direction I want to go? You know?
Another toad. If he gets to the sewer, we'll lose him.
The sewer. I think it's fun when you're being chased too to not know. I think that's when you shouldn't make it super intuitive on which way to go. It's a little scarier when you're like, which way? Hold the use button to put away your weapons. Very impressed with this game. Prison Break. Kauai is tired in Australia. My favorite Kawhi is Kawhi Leonard. Because he helped the Toronto Raptors win their first and probably only NBA championship. Oh, I missed my mouth. Water. You need it or you'll die. Water. It's in front of my eye. Water. It's a part of you. It's a part of me. Can you kill the rats?
Did he kill on his way out of the prison?
Yes.
If you'll kill the Empress, you don't care about a few guards.
Shut up. Look at this stuff. Somebody's been down here.
Bottle Street gang, maybe. Watch for booby traps. Could be some down here by the way.
Oh, isn't there something like the more people you kill, the more rats appear because they're eating all the dead bodies?
It's all merchants and whores down there.
You find out why Erica goes to the hospital. Apparently, it's the safest place for her. Oh, okay. We were saying how it just felt like she was... Corvo, if you're reading this, it means our plan worked and you've broken free from Coleridge. One of our contacts has hidden weapons for you somewhere deeper in the sewers. Grab the gear and find Samuel, where these tunnels dump out into the river. He will bring you to us. A friend will meet you soon. Is it going to be his daughter? That'd be cool. No, it's kind of the whole point is he's trying to rescue her. So it won't be the daughter. What are they saying? Erica? Safest place. She's just... we were talking about how we don't know... We don't know how old she is. She just seems like a little child that gets put in different places. Is she 18? Is she 17? I don't know. Number 280. Let's see it. Boom, bum, bum. Hey, Ink of the Dragon. Did you play Banner Saga? Or Shadowrun Dragonfall? I was curious if Banner Saga had enough kind of like hardcore story and strategy and systems for you. Or if Dragonfall had enough systems for you. Like a wave of rats. Are they crossing that bridge? Are they coming this way? Could be a problem. Maybe I'll just go over here. Sewer water. Yummy. Rats don't like to swim. Stupid rats. Man, if rats ever have babies with octopuses, we are in trouble as a human race. They'll take over, man. Hopefully they take Amazon first. I was kind of all ready to say, no more Amazon. I will not support you paying people $3 an hour so Jeff Bezos can have billions. Amanda and I only had enough coin to buy half the elixir we needed. Even that's all gone now. There's nothing to do but wait. We're very sick and there's no place above to hide from the city watch. They're breaking into houses all over our district, so we'll stay here and share the last hours together. Horrifying, we'll keep the rats away. But they'll inherit this city. Oh, that's scary. And, oh, you guys. That's real cute. But one of you has to die first. That means you're going to hold a dead corpse in your arms that's pooping itself. It's cute, though. Anyway, so I thought I'll cancel Amazon. So I started looking at... There's a no more on my soup. I don't know how that came up. Flies, maybe. The outsider walks among... us? So I was looking at Amazon. Was that the end of The Last of Us? And I thought, I'll look at... Oh, man, you gotta get your arm chopped off, guy. I'm gonna look at all the things I buy on Amazon. And maybe I can just get them other places. And I was looking and I'm looking and... It's like, yeah, I think I can. And then I thought, oh, wait a second. You get Amazon. I was going to cancel it, and then it says, hey, don't you want to have Amazon Music and video? And it's only $80 a year? I go, oh, yes, I kind of do. And then I could cancel my Spotify. Oh, it's just so hard to say no. By the way, Mom, I might be canceling our family Spotify. So, and by maybe, I mean I did. And it's going to be up in like July 23rd. So do you use the Spotify? You might have to get your own. Sorry. What?
Aren't we supposed to load bodies in the carts headed to the flooded district? Yeah, but screw that. That's too far. I don't want to catch the plague, do you? No. But doesn't the elixir prevent it? Maybe. Either way, let's just dump them down there. The rats eat them.
Yeah, the rats. Rats and the flies and the silver spoon. Why don't I just roll under? Never liked Spotify. There's basically no video game tracks on there. Except for Final Fantasy. What, does Amazon or Apple or any of them have that? Highest audio quality? Well, actually, they all have 320 kilobits per second for their high stuff.
Attention, Dunwall citizens. The assassin Corvo, responsible for the murder of our fair empress and the disappearance of Lady Emily, heir to the throne, has temporarily escaped state custody.
Rat skewer. Gross.
Several brave
Gross.
officers of the state are dead by his hand. He is to be captured or killed at any cost.
So, yeah, I might just try Amazon. Although, you know what? That Spotify family plan is a pretty good deal. $16 and you can have 6 accounts. So if you had 6 people that wanted to use it. But, I mean, Stella uses it. I use it. Mom, do you use it? Oh, you might have gone to go get Adam Driver. She's an Adam Driver, my mom. Hidden supplies. There's hidden supplies. Here's exactly where they are. Video games. You have to find out how to get to those. Kind of looks like Metroid. I think YouTube Music does. Tidal is 24-bit. Flack! Yeah, it's. I actually was going to use Tidal for a while. Because I just like bought new headphones and I had a new whatchamacallit. I had like a new stereo system and stuff, and I thought, oh, this will be fun. What's going on? Wait, climb this. This will be fun to get better music. But it is, if you want to have, like, Tidal on its own is still pretty pricey, and then if you want to have, like, the actual really high quality stuff, it's super expensive. Unless you do a family plan and you coordinate with somebody and you want to split it. Which they don't really want you to do. They don't want you to get a family plan with your friend who lives in a different country or something, right? They want you to be doing it in... Yeah, I think Google's kind of messy with a lot of their stuff. My friend uses it. I don't know why. He's got Android phones and stuff. So, yeah, I've been messing around with the Amazon Music. It seems fine. What I liked about A/B testing, FLAC versus high bitrate compress, it's hard to even tell. Actually, yeah, I did that same test online, and it's really... I couldn't tell most of the time. Stuff with like symbols and like really high stuff can sound kind of wishy-washy with compression. YouTube can be great for if you're on your computer. Greetings, Corvo, or should I say Lord Protector? As you were known before, that title was wrongfully taken from you. We are servants of the Empire, and of the true Empress. A group of loyalists who want very much to meet you. Take these weapons crafted for you of the finest materials in the Isles and meet with our man, Samuel L. Jackson, near where these tunnels spill into the Wrenhaven River. All haste and luck. We share a common purpose. All haste and luck. All haste and luck. Oh. Wow, you didn't pull on it and make it go chick chick? YouTube music is messy though. Yeah, it is great for video game music because it's just all over the place and generally doesn't have ads, I find, because it's a lot of small accounts posting it. Pistol. I hate when I'm watching like a Bill Burr or another comedian or something. Someone's taken that other person's content, put it on their video, on their channel. So it's like bootleg stuff, and then they put ads on it. But actually, it might not be up to them, actually. It might be more of a, like a copyright thing. That makes a lot of sense. Can I crawl under that? Slide while sprinting. I can have accounts upload random music. I think what they do is it's easier for them to just collect the ad revenue than to police it all. So that's what they do. Google, I feel like Google just kind of does things on the fly. In case you're too daft to remember, look to your whiskey for the answer. Whiskey. Got it. If you want your share, you'll sort it out. If not, I'll come back for it next month. Jelly. Whiskey. 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 Combination required. Whiskey. 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 W. Whiskey. 3-month Spotify trial. How did you find that? I've had pretty decent luck with Spotify. It's been fine. Yeah. It's like easy to make playlists and stuff. You know what I find annoying though is that are those whiskey bottles? 451. Look to it. Ooh. Well, it's not really hidden, is it? Good thing I turned the brightness up. I wouldn't have been able to see that. Student plan for 6 months a month. Oh, baby. 6 months a month? That's nice. 451? Yeah. What I find is like, I like albums and the artists. Spotify is always trying to get you to just listen to one song and then listen to like their playlists of what else they think you're gonna like. And what I find I would wish it would default to, or let me choose that. If I search or something, I go to the song, I have to click the 3 dots and I gotta go down to like the 8th option below that says, do you want to view the album it's on and the artists and their albums? Yeah, I do. Because I like albums, because I'm better. Holy crap, I played a Taylor Swift song for somebody, and it's such a rip-off of Mazzy Star's Fade Into You. Same, like, tone, reverb, kind of soundscape, same chords, same melody. It's terrifying that they got away with that. How dare they? Google Music had issues. Albums missing. Sometimes songs missing from albums. That's Google for you. I had a friend like that. You go to his house and he's got a guitar, but it's got 5 strings on it. You know, he's got a keyboard, but he like doesn't have the pedal. It's not plugged in. He's got something else. There's no batteries in it. And you think, what the hell, man?
You won't get past me, sir.
Do you care about any of this stuff?
Don't try to take him out alone. And what if no one from the squad is around? Then try to make a lot of noise when you die. Knock something over if you can. Bastard.
I've been thinking about maybe like buying, if I was more into movies and had more people over to watch movies, I would just buy maybe DVDs or Blu-rays. The thing with streaming is you have to subscribe to a lot of different services, man, and like it depends on your internet connection, and at least if you have a movie, you can always watch it. Sometimes you'll, like, a movie will be on a service and then it's just gone, you know? I love this game.
They come here to die sometimes in the dark. Just slip into the water, don't come out.
Who does? What are you talking about?
What was that?
Who still buys DVDs? Spotify's price is like 10 to 12 albums a year. So you could have one album a month, or everything ever created. Do you want to have a really, really good... It's kind of like the difference between having a serious, meaningful relationship with somebody. If you buy an album, you are going to know every single song on that album. Or if you just want to have random flings. There's like sometimes so much choice on those Spotify services. I was like messing around with Spotify or Amazon Music, and I almost just was like clicking on Radiohead, and I was going to do shuffle because I didn't want to have the pressure of having to decide on something and commit to the album. Like, I'll shuffle it. But what ended up happening? I don't know what I listened to at that point. The Proclaimers. That Sunshine on Leith album I love. The problem with buying a DVD is, I think, how long is this going to be around for? You know, you still need a DVD player. Yeah, for the Discovery, because otherwise, how are you gonna? Yeah. It could be too expensive to try other things. What are you gonna, like, listen to 30-second samples of everything?
Some black magic nonsense? Bug someone else.
Samuel. All right, Prince, this is for you.
Huh?
Hey. Oh, I wish I did more of like a death animation. Yeah, my friend was using like Pandora or Iceberg or something, and you would listen to one track. You listen to like "Come Together" by the Beatles or a Pixies song, and then it would play two songs that are similar from different bands, similar style, and you would discover a lot of new bands. It was pretty cool. Last FM. Does anyone buy 4K movies over streaming? So do you pay extra to get the 4K? I've kind of been into renting movies, you know, you check out something on YouTube, you want to watch it, you pay $4 or something. It's not really a lot. You can watch it, I think, a couple times for 48 hours. If you were a parent and you were showing your kid, because kids like to watch the same thing 45 times, so it would be better to buy it. How much would you pay to watch a movie? I rarely watch things twice. Like, I subscribed to Disney Plus to watch The Mandalorian, and I was watching a bunch of Star Wars because Rise of Skywalker was coming out. So it's kind of just, I was binging with my friend. We'd have little bingey parties and stuff. Look at this rat standing up. Thinks it's a man. And, which gave me a better appreciation for The Last Jedi. But yeah, I don't really rewatch stuff, so I just figured I don't need this anymore. Yeah, I would probably be more likely to rent something if it was like, I want to show this movie to my friend, I know it's really good, and I don't want to go through the rigmarole of like subscribing to something or whatever, so yeah, I'll pay the $5 and we'll watch it. Kind of creates more of a memory. It's more of a, like one of the few times out of the few times I've done it. Stella's friends came over to have a little party in Toronto, and one of our friends mentioned this like 60s movie called Gigi or Gidget or something, Gidget, and she would have these adventure movies where she'd go to. They're really campy. Prince, you actually might like them. Gidget goes to Hawaii and stuff. And I remember renting that on YouTube for $5. I think you should pay for that stuff. I mean, if you like that kind of art and you steal, you are contributing to it not being made again.
And the disappearance of
You know?
Lady Emily, heir to the throne.
There's so many little bastards that just
State custody.
that pirate PC games, and I've been guilty of that too when I've been like dead broke,
He is to be
or even when I first started streaming and I thought, no, it's kind of for work and I'm gonna show this to some people. But I really try not to do that, because making games and movies and TV and all that stuff, it's really hard. It's really expensive and it's a big risk and it's hard to get money for it. And there's just no argument against the one of, if you like it and you steal it, you're gonna make it so it doesn't exist anymore, you know? Or you're contributing in some way to that.
Corvo, over here.
Over here.
Friend.
Who's this guy? I'd say so far this game, like, the environments have been pretty lackluster compared to Dishonored 2. Dishonored 2, you're going through towns and these like amazing houses and stuff,
Very much to meet you.
and like
They said you'd come
crazy
out here.
mansions full of evil
Still hard to
geniuses, and there's traps and designs, and so far it's just been
down
a
the
sewer.
river from here.
But, you know, sewers are pretty hard to make interesting, so, and prisons. Here we go. Who was telling me I needed to hide the bodies? Found. Dead or unconscious bodies found. 5. Not a lot of color in this game. No, it's a muted palette, isn't it? I wonder if Banner Saga would have been better. What if for a stream we just did this game versus this game, and we played an hour of one and an hour of the other, and then we discussed? That'd be kind of fun. First chapter isn't very spectacular. Once you meet the outsider, things start picking up. Are you thinking of Dishonored Death to the Outsider? Which is a DLC of the second game?
This is the Hound Pit's pub. Closed for business. Half the district marked off as dead from the plague. We're right under the Lord Regent's nose, and he don't know a thing. Of course, if anyone finds out what we're up to, the Watch will break in with swords drawn. And now that you've escaped, the Lord Regent's going to be tearing the city apart.
Okay.
Take you up to meet Admiral Havelock and the rest of the Loyalists. The Admiral's a man to be reckoned with. If anyone can help you find that missing girl, Lady Emily, and clear your name, he can.
Yeah, Ted, you gotta play this on controller, buddy. It's meant for it. It's really well optimized. The Hound Pits. Sounds like in the armpit of a dog.
So it's starting at last, Admiral.
We can continue this later, Lord Pendleton. The man of the hour is here. Corvo, I'm Admiral Havelock. A true servant of the Empire, like you. Until
Okay,
the
looks
Lord
like the
Regent
smoking
purged
man.
those of us who wouldn't recognize his claim on the throne.
And I'm Lord Trevor Pendleton. I represent the nobility in our little group. But we all act as equals here at the Hound Pit's pub.
This is a momentous occasion, Corvo. I'm going to come out with it. We've been building a coalition of loyalists, aimed
He's
at
coming
ending
out.
the Lord Regent's tyranny and restoring the throne.
At risk of execution, we're committed to finding young Lady Emily and seeing her crowned as Empress.
We've got big plans, but we can't do any of it without you. We need your skills, your ability in a fight, and in helping us, we're going to help you destroy the men who murdered the Empress.
Sorry, you must be exhausted. We can discuss this further after you've recovered. But before you retire, you should introduce yourself to Piero. He's challenging at times, but his industrious mind buys him that right.
Yes. Piero's as much an artist as a technician. He's going to be crafting the gear you'll need. Go talk to him, and then get some sleep.
Guy's serious
We can
about
talk more when you've rested.
having his gun.
Good to have you with us, Corvo. Nothing against the others, but there's no
Piero. Tutto Piero.
I'll be crafting your weapons and gear. All custom work. For you, I will create the tools of a master assassin. No! This cannot happen now. The tank of whale oil's run out. Will you get a new tank from upstairs, please, while I hold this in place? Be careful. The oil's unstable. When it explodes, there is a terrible mess.
It's interesting to see like what's powered, what's not, what would be powered. Skin oil. That's pretty gross. Of course, I've attempted to improve upon Sokolov's designs, of course, and why not? After all, it is likely that his thinking was influenced in some small way by our time together at the Academy. We're all part of a community striving to unknot the mysteries of the cosmos. Even those who among us who possess the greatest minds are often led to a fruitful line of consideration by, how does one say it, our intellectual subordinates. Sokolov is no exception to this, despite the glamour of genius he has cast over the aristocracy. And further, it is true that many of my experiments have failed. No need to gossip about it behind my back in your social clubs and in the very chambers of the Academy itself. Great ambition requires risks. You may laugh now, my door to nowhere. But someday you will not. Your children will likely see it as commonly as you see the electric lamps lighting our streets at night. But a few short years ago, you would have laughed at Sokolov's arc pylon or wall of light. Your laughter, your condescending smiles, they are nothing but evidence of your own limited imagination. Been Owen Wilson. Wow. Well, it's pretty good. Whale vivisection. Remarkably, each specimen I had the pleasure of studying during the voyage possessed some minor variance in physiology. The second leg of the trip east of Tivia, the crew hauled aboard a female, some 42 feet in length. I estimated she weighed 35 tons and the ship sat low. She was offended by how much I thought she weighed, rocking side to side through the night with her thrashing. By candlelight, I took her apart, sketching and taking notes. Against her bellowing, I cut into the mass of tentacles around her mouth. Within, I found row upon row of teeth and a baleen running along the upper jaw. Horky thought the faces looked like balloons. Through this broom-like structure, I assumed she filtered food from the water. I was too small to be chewed. Vivisection. Out at sea, they secure the beast with hooks with lines cast in the main ship and from several smaller boats. Buoys keep the whale from diving deep. Once it's caught, a larger hook is driven through the tail, which is used to hoist the creature up to the chute. They moan and bellow for some time as the men get them onto the deck. They lift them into the scaffolding overhead. The ship adjusts its prow and returns to port in Dunwall, where the crew works on the great creature, slicing off the fattiest parts while it still lives. Why? Why? Is that really what it's like? Sokolov no longer has the upper hand with regard to supplies of whale oil. The good admiral has paid for the installation of my own system, which will enable me to work in this place. The oil tank dispenser, when activated, will produce an empty vessel for filling. When the empty tank is held near the oil tank refill pump, the magnetic attractor should take the tank and lock it into the correct configuration. Using the lever will begin the refilling process. Mom, before you go, do you use Spotify? Once refilling is completed, the tank can be removed and placed in service. Extreme caution must be used in handling the full tanks. They're quite unstable. The system is sound and well engineered. It appears that the Greaves Oil Company has done something correctly for once. A dentist would love. I open Facebook when I leave YouTube, and your shows that. Alright. Did I get the whale for this guy? Oh. no. This was a bomb. It's a bloody bomb, baby.
Perfect. Now plug it in.
Perfect. He does sound like Owen Wilson.
Perfect. Thank you, Cole. Here, see? The assassin's mask. You're a wanted man, so everyone in the city knows your face, but this mask will mean terror to them. If you just hold still, the fit must be precise. There. Can you see normally? Center lens out of alignment. There. Better now? I could create more for you. Upgrades for your gear, weapons, munitions. But our situation here is desperate. Scavenge the city for valuables, and I will resell them on the black market. That should give us the money to craft the things you need. Tell me what I can make for you.
Bethesda thinks anytime someone talks, the camera should center them and zoom in. Yeah, you can basically order from Walmart or Best Buy, and I think Best Buy is $35 minimum free shipping. So, I don't know. I think I'll keep Amazon Prime just because Stella watches the TV. Let's have a look. Oh, cool! Cross bolts, bullets, spring razor. Oh, cool. So brutal. Rewire tool. Oh, that's fun. Grenade, that's pretty boring. I want the trap. Yes.
You must be exhausted. I advise that you get some sleep. Your life will get even more difficult soon. You should rest while you can.
Sure.
Sleep well.
I liked when we were talking about music services. Any other thoughts on that? Oh, I was going to ask. I forgot to look at the upgrades. Okay. I was going to ask, how much would you guys pay to watch a theatrical release movie early, like not in the theater, but at home? Are you in a rush to watch movies? Would you just wait a few months to pay the cheaper price? Would you pay enough because they want to get like, you know, $15 per ticket plus snacks, $20. They want people to be paying like $20. And if someone's going to get the theatrical release at home and they might invite 4 people over, they might charge you like $50, $100 for that kind of stuff. Yeah, relative to box office. But I mean, you're also paying... You're not just paying to see the movie early. You're paying for, like, the 100-foot screen. So if I'm bringing it to my house, then I have to have my own TV and my own screen and internet connection and all that stuff. Well, no one's charging you to sit... Well, people do charge you to sit in your home. It's called rent and heat and water, electricity. Everything costs money. You can go see a matinee for 10 to 12 bucks. Yeah, but you could have like 5 people over watching the movie with you as a little warm-up to your guys' orgy. I didn't look at the upgrades. What a bloody fool. Do I have to go back downstairs to do upgrades? It's very Bioshocky. I like going to the theater. However, I feel like when I go see concerts and events and stuff, I tend to have a memory of the annoying person beside me or behind me or in front of me. You know, I always remember that stuff. And it pisses me off that that's part of the experience. The human condition. I had a funny smile after I said that. A really smug look. I think it's because I didn't mean to, but the wording was like, after you guys have an orgy. I didn't mean it to be like that. Drive-in movies. Yeah, but what about when people need to go to the bathroom? And is it gonna sound good? Can you get the sound on like your car stereo? But then is your battery gonna die? I want it to sound awesome. It needs to sound amazing. What the hell's going on here? Wow. Did anyone ever beat The Outer Wilds? Pretty magical game. I don't feel like I was smart enough to figure it out or had the patience, but I love that it exists. The Outer Worlds I kind of wish I got more into as well. I thought the writing was somewhat strong, but not strong enough. I just think there's a lot of writers out there that are just dying for a break. And I would really like to see more people get chances and, like, take advantage of these people that want to write. You are in the void. The clip void.
Hello, Corvo. Your life has taken a turn, has it not? The Empress is dead. Her precious daughter Emily is lost somewhere in the city, and you will play a pivotal role in the days to come. For this, I have chosen you and drawn you into the void. I am the outsider, and this is my mark. There are forces in the world and
Majora's
beyond,
Mask.
great forces that men call magic. And now, these forces will serve your will. Use this newfound power, my gift to you. Come find me.
Alright, buddy, I'm looking for this clip. Which outsider do I prefer, one or two? I don't know what the second one looks like. Dishonored to outsider. Great, that's gonna bring up a lot of DLC. Oh, okay, it's the same person, they just sort of look a little different. Here's this clip. Let's see my smug little face. Can we make it bigger? Let's make it bigger. You can go see a matinee for 10 to 12 bucks. Yeah, but you could have like 5 people over watching the movie with you as a little warm up to your guys' orgy. You can go see a matinee for 10 to 12 bucks. That smile, that look at the end, that little smile deserves a punch in the face. Especially because I stopped looking at the camera and go over here. You can go see a matinee for 10 to 12 bucks. Yeah, but you could have like 5 people over watching the movie with you as a little warm up to your guys' orgy. Stella's calling me. Yeah? You can go see a matinee for 10 to 12 bucks. Yeah, sure. Okay. Yeah. But you call you continuously? No, I don't have any service down here. I don't have any service down here. Take my phone. Stella sounds stressed out. Don't worry about it. Let it fall. You're welcome. All right. Thanks, Horky, for clipping that. Yes. I did. It took me... Press L2 to execute a fast and stealthy forward dash. You can use it to move upward, but the distance is reduced. Enemy legends will blink forward. I'm dead. cannot save her, you 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 cannot save her. Oh, of course, Prince, you like this area. This is like such a JRPG. The void. Platforms floating, things flying around. Son of a bitch. Lena, you must like this part too. I played Dishonored 2, but I don't remember anything about the story. I just remember the environments and the gameplay and stuff and the powers. All that fun stuff. Oh, I like these pauses. No! Frozen actions. Thinking back to what you said about playing music for an audience, but the same argument was made against music CDs. Right. Would you pay $20 to have a CD that you could play for anyone? But they made laws against that, right? About making money off of it, but more like... But I think a music CD is something you listen to many, many times. A movie, especially a new release, is sort of like, we just want to see this once, one time, we'll pay a lot to watch it. Costs a lot more to make a movie than a CD too. No, yes. I just think, like, they will... I think it's going to be twice as much as whatever it costs to watch a movie. So I think they're going to be like $30 for a new release. So it's not going to outprice the people that are at home alone. Of course they're at home. It's not going to outprice the people that are watching it alone. Jesus Lord. That's actually, weren't DVDs at a time, weren't they like $30 for... The icon changes when it's connected to the ground, thank you. Jump dash. Huh. I would pay... Okay, so for... I think games or movies generally cost more to make. Movies. I think movies cost more. I guess there's a big difference. Huh. But movies have such a short production time. That's an interesting point. That is very crazy. So a game is... But a game is longer. You know, games like 40 hours, 30 hours, maybe a lifetime. But when you buy a DVD, you can keep watching it over and over again. But you're not going to get that much out of it. Weird. Movies cost more for a shorter experience to make, and then they sell them for less. Weird. Games cost less to make. They give you more enjoyment of hours. Like, so you're paying, you're just, in the end, you're paying for the amount of hours you get to use it. That's what you pay for. And it doesn't matter how much it costs. So movies are probably going to die because they're too expensive. They're too expensive to make and you can't charge enough. Oh no. TV shows are going to rise in popularity because they're cheaper to make and they're longer. Movies are more rewatchable and reach a wider audience. That's true. Yep. That's very true. And they kind of have less competition. I mean, there's some people that will only, like, for the last 3 years, have only played Rainbow Six Siege. And that's it. They play COD, they play Rainbow Six Siege. Even COD has, like, new games coming out, and Rainbow Six has new characters. And that's in some levels and stuff, but They don't have to. We don't have to come up with a brand new system. Or anything.
In the days that follow, your trials will be great, Corvo. Seek the ancient runes bearing my mark in the lonely places of your world, and at shrines raised in my name. These runes will grant you powers beyond those of other men. To help you find these runes, I give you this, the heart of a living thing, molded by my hands. With this heart,
it's a pretty weird Valentine's Day,
and it will guide you toward my runes, no matter how they may be hidden. Listen to the heart now, and find another rune.
If you press L2 while turning in person, it'll whisper the secrets. Cool. It's irrelevant how much it costs to produce the media, and it's only the amount of time you enjoy it. 1,000-page books must cost $200 a pop. Yeah, weird. So then there is a relevance to it. Weird. The marketplace is so odd. But like the marketplace of supply and demand are, I mean, it makes sense where, like, okay, you look at music, people have stopped paying a lot of money for music. Musicians make way less money. So, and people listen to music on their phones. So SoundCloud rap becomes really popular. And just like all you hear is hi-hats. And then if you hook it up to a good system, really low bass. And that's it. And then someone's voice over top. No harmonies, nothing musical, just a voice rapping. And like, even a song like, I just listened to this horrible song the other day called Groceries by Chance the Rapper, and I had heard, oh, isn't he supposed to be really good? Chance the Rapper? This song is horrible. They just sort of like improvise some lines about getting groceries. And then they're like, put it out. 280 million views. Why? But that's what you get. It'd be like if people stop paying for comedy, you just get improvised comedy. And that's what happened, is everybody just wants free stuff, so they listen to podcasts. And streams. This isn't that great, but it's free. So why not? Hey, you get a couple hours of it. And you get to be involved. It's weird. Art should be divorced from money, but there's all kinds of problems with that when the rubber hits it. Yeah. Because you need to, well, I guess you would decide what's good by how much people read and share it, right? I think that the best artists tend to still, nothing will stop them from making art, and they go on to do it. The really, really amazing ones. They know they want to do it for the rest of their life, and they're always going to make it. I mean, it's easier to make your own music now, and I see a lot of people paying money to get like Facebook ads of music, and you listen to it, and it's like within a few seconds you know whether this person is like worth listening to or just sort of blah blah crap, you know, just sort of meaningless. So I don't think having the accessibility is, well, maybe it is. Maybe there's some people that because they were able to make their own stuff, the true talent rises. What's Neil Breen all about? Powers. Oh, right. Fun powers. Okay, so blink. We know that one. For a longer distance. This is pretty nice. You have 1 rune. You can have dark vision. See in the dark and see living things through walls, including their fields of vision. Representations of the sounds you make are also visible. I think this just makes it easier, but is really not that fun or cool to use. I don't want to do that. Grocery Songs by Mallrat. You actually quite like it. Very cutesy, upbeat song. What's upbeat about it? It's the same beat like every trap song. What? Ah. I find those songs, it's just like the same beat, and then they just say one thing over and over again. Lemonade. Lemonade, sipping on lemonade. They're charismatic, for sure. Wow, okay. 3 runes. Allow control of animal targets for a short duration. Bend time. Slows time. That could be kind of nice. Mana consumption very high. But it just seems more like a cheat. Completely stops time for short duration. You move normally. Your movement speed is faster. That's pretty neat. Sneaking and assassination. You can time to slip past enemies and sneak away. That could be really nice. Devouring swarm. Swarm of rats that'll attack others and disperse. That's okay. Consumes corpses. That's nice. Wind blast. Push or knock them down. Nah. Vitality. Health is increased? Nah. Build up adrenaline and trigger brutal melee fatalities. How does that work? Build up adrenaline by blocking attacks, performing assassinations. Once adrenaline's maxed out, move close to an enemy, press triangle for an instant fatality. Double tap to kill 2. You can move and look freely. That could be fun. It's kind of like if you're not good at doing the counter, you can do this. This is like really turn you into a killing bastard, killing machine. Agility, jump height is increased. That could be useful. Probably a lot of things hidden behind jump height. Shadow kill. Unaware enemies who don't see you turn to ash as they die. That's just helpful. All enemies turn to ash as they die. Powers are not as interesting as the second game. I have no idea which one I'd want to pick. Maybe the possession. Merge physically with an animal. Control of human targets. No. I don't know which ones I'd pick. I don't want to pick any right now.
How you use what I have given you falls upon you, as it has to the others before you. And now I return you to your world. But know that I will be watching with great interest.
Cool. The Outsider definitely seems like somebody brought in from a JRPG game, but given better writing. More grounded. Huh. You barely listen to any trap music or non-video game music, so for you it's probably like the Ubisoft effect, where people see the repetitiveness, but you're not used to it, so you don't see it. Yeah, that makes sense. That's my 2 biggest pet peeves in music right now is sort of like really repetitive, simplified, garbage trap and pop. And also when people sing in that almost like British accent where they sing like babies because it's easier and they think it sounds cool. God, I hate that. That baby voice. Ugh. Who's Neil Breen? Internet's been great today. 0 drop frames. American independent filmmaker, architect, and real estate agent. Okay. Like the bar of entry is lowered? Well, it is. I mean, you could make something on like... You can just like take beats and take stuff everywhere. You can just take a hi-hat sample beat with kind of bass that doesn't have to match anything. Yeah, computers and the internet sharing it. I mean, you could make a trap song on your phone. You can auto-tune your voice. You can have a beat that doesn't, people that like that music, it doesn't have to be that creative to sound good. And the songs are just like random. Skeet, skeet. Got them rubber bands, gonna take them rubber bands. $1 million plans, got my $1 billion plans. I'm a man, I'm a robot and a chicken man. Next song. You just run around in your iPhone video doing this. Got a grill in my face and I'm feeling kinda stupid. That's too many words for those songs. Community or collaboration. Oh, I think so too. And also, like, I used to always argue with my friend about, he's a DJ, and I'd say, you take samples from stuff. He's like, yeah, it's like recreating, remixing, a breathing new life. I go, that's fine, but every time you take something, you should have to say that person's a composer. So if you take a bass line from something or whatever, you need to credit them as a composer. And if you don't like it, make your own, you know? What's the British thing I was talking about? I don't know. Shoot. British thing. Listening for the song of the bone charm. The music thing where you mentioned in an English accent. Something about a baby. Oh, yeah. You know when people sing, they will be like, if the line is like, I said a word. I said a word. She's saying a word to me. And they sound like a baby would talk, where baby can't say the word. That's how they sing. Because it's actually way easier. There are some vowels that are really hard to sing. Like Frank Sinatra was saying, he'll never, he's like, there's like E. You can't sing E or ah. So you say aw. Or maybe it's eh or something you can't do. So, anyways, so people have just really gone far with that, and god damn, I just cannot stand it. You want the chin wagon slack job? What he was like when he was young before he got his name? Oh, he's got a cool head now, but it weren't always like that in the days before he was the boss of the Battle Street Gang. Time was, young Slackjaw wasn't such a reasonable man. Like most of us, he grew up in the streets, running with a pack of ragamuffins and avoiding the law, pinching whatever he needed, dark-haired and dark-eyed, smoking a pipe by the age of 10. For them born into the brothels or coming from the orphanages, it was either the gangs or working with the mudlarks. No one wants that. Some got pressed into the Navy or put down in the mines run by the Pendleton or Boyle families. As hard as it was in the streets, as hungry as we all got, at least we was free. By the time we weren't little uns no more, Slackjaw was the one to watch. He used to call him shots when we took down a farmer's cart or sidewalk street vendor. He'd come up with a plan, give everyone some part to play, and decide on the split. Most of us just went along, because we learned fast. We made it better like that. More food, more coin. Plus, none of us wanted to deal with Slackjaw when he was on a rage, see? He worked on a couple of big jobs with Black Sally across town. That was enough to get the attention of the bosses. He wasn't just a street kid anymore. Now he was an up-and-comer, which meant trouble. Another guy who fancied himself such was Mike the Fish, who was working his way up and running the protection racket among the factory women. One fine evening, we're all taking in a bawdy show in the theater house. Mike the Fish and his lot are there in the cheap seats, too, just down the aisle from us. Mike gets a wild idea. He wasn't big on planning. He throws a heavy ceramic spittoon at Slackjaw. Hits him square in the face and breaks his jaw. We look to see if there's going to be a blood brawl, but Slackjaw just points to the door. We all leave, with Mike laughing at our backs. Waking up the next day without telling us why, Slackjaw motions for us all to follow. He still can't say a word, so we just come along. We stop at the docks, and Slackjaw actually pays coin for it. A heavy chain covered in hooks. It's for fishing in the deep. Something you do attach to a long line off the side of a ship. It's about 4 feet, made of thick links, and there are shark hooks coming off at different angles. Slackjaw's got that thing wrapped around his left arm, dangling at his side. Not sure how he knew where Mike the Fish was staying, but when we reach his girl's house, Slackjaw throws a bottle through the window, just like that. It's almost noon. There's a bunch of screaming inside. Mike pokes his head out, looking wide-eyed, baffled. When he sees Slackjaw in the street, a look comes over his face that still gives me the willies. Pure murder. Mike comes out the side door bellowing like a blood ox holding a cleaver heading straight for Slackjaw. When they come together in the street, Slackjaw spins and the shark hook bites deep into Mike's arm and shoulder. He screams, but Slackjaw holds on to the chain. He's standing there with his jaw broken, clenched tight with the chain wrapped around his left arm. Hook sunk into Mike the fish, just knifing him as fast as he can. Mike couldn't fight very well, hooked like that and using his left hand, but he was a big guy and it took a lot of stabbing before he went to his knees. Everyone was cheering at first, but then we all went quiet. It just kept going and going until finally it was just Mike the fish blubbering, crying like a baby, and the sound of Slackjaw's knife. When it was over, and here's the brilliant part, Slackjaw took out a note and stuck to Mike's face with a nail. Just said, "If you want a job, come to Bottle Street." Slackjaw didn't talk right for a couple months, but word spread fast. By the end of the year, once we had a sizable gang going, he sent out letters to the other bosses telling them that he was running a brand new crew over on Bottle Street. Most of them laughed or beat up the guys who delivered letters. Green-eyed Trish even came back missing a thumb, but apparently Slackjaw was expecting that kind of reaction and had a backup plan, and sent people he didn't like. A week later, 4 of the bosses were dead. Seemed like a series of unfortunate events, Lemony Snickets, but everyone knew better. One shot dead by the watch while standing in the middle of a meat market. Another slipping and falling into the water, out cold. One of the older bosses found in bed with his belly opened wide and a Tivian pear stuffed into his mouth and ass. Still not sure what that meant. And Sheila Barnsworth was found bubbling in a cauldron of hot wax. Slackjaw sent out another set of letters. Offers to the underbosses telling them they'd be treated fair as peers. He even sent Green-Eyed Trish with one of his letters. All of the underbosses accepted. After spilling the guts of his main competition, Slackjaw went in for stabilizing his business, real neat-like, calling in favors, smoothing things over, giving everyone a little bit of coin or drink as a bonus, showing what he could be like as a boss, so everything got quiet, which always makes the boys of the City Watch nervous, of course. Word went out among the Royal Spymaster snitches and bitches, the responsible citizens group they called themselves, telling everyone working in a shop or sweeping off the front steps of their homes to keep watchful eyes for Slackjaw and his men, trying to suss out what they were up to and what had just happened. But Slackjaw ain't stupid. He greased a few palms among the shopkeepers in the watch, too, telling them that he was in town to stay and that things would be run properly from now on, without so much blood. He was finally a real boss, ready to settle into the business of moving whiskey, running the hound fights, and offering up the ladies and gentlemen of the night, if you take my meaning. And then the plague came. Holy hell! At first it seemed like a good thing. Few people got sick and everyone wanted to buy those potions from Sokolov or Piero. Health elixir or spiritual remedy they call them. Slackjaw told me he saw an opportunity. We already had an old whiskey factory, the still, where we would water the stuff down and sell it discounted. Doing the same with Sokolov's elixir was a smart plan. Pretty soon everybody in the slums was sick and business was good. But after a while there were so many people down with the plague, everyone got scared. Everyone started acting real nasty and everything fell apart. When people can't work, they don't have the coin for elixir. Watered down or pure. When the Empress died, it seemed like Dunwall would slide into the void. Spymaster Burroughs took over and the watch started using all that new Sokolov technology. Watchtowers, tall boys, little men, and them arc pylons. They put up a wall of light across Clavering Boulevard and cracked down hard. But Slackjaw surprised us again. Instead of leaving town on a boat bound for Morley or one of the other isles, he stayed and kept it all together. We get as much elixir to fight off the plague as the City Watch, with their taxes and rations, and that's kept us alive. So far. Wow, that's a lot of story. It's almost like they just kind of threw all that in when they were done the game. They're like, oh yeah, we should have a backstory. Who wants to write it? Alright, I can't wait to see this guy's jaw and what Prince sees in him. Prince loves Slackjaw, baby, 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 baby. I'm not going to read that out loud. Let's see. Dreary days of the life, windows of a house. Not a nice place, dirty lump. Oh, things wrapped in a blanket. Neighbors setting fire to their homes, barricading inside. It's kind of like Bloodborne. Hooligans are playing a game with an old man. First we were hitting him with sticks, and the girl with them is kicking at his dry old ribs. Oh, to have those bones, to boil them in a pot. No one lives in my home. I lived with the husband. It was nice. Dinner's lavish. Sokolov came to paint my portrait. Backstory is very in-depth and does a lot to build atmosphere. Wet with paint, glistening on the canvas for a pretty coin. Wasn't all parties and paintings. She and her husband traveled far into the Isles. Cave dwelling, rock climbing, None so precious as a boy with the black eyes, dearie. All those marks and bones, carved so deep and polished and bright. Brought the old bones home, hid them from the husband, learned to boil them and carve them myself. The little mute boy took them home. He loved them so. And he came back with new bones. New bones! Carve these bones for me, Granny. Make me another present. My little mute boy and his shiny, shiny sword. She needed better bones, you see. Better to carve and polish, scrape and gleam. The dear husband was always tired. She made him soup and then he was sick. Better bones for all. Carved in the name of the one with the black eyes. And after my husband was gone, giving away his birthday gifts, I didn't want to live there anymore. Now I'm old and don't have many to give my presents to. It's sifting through the garbage for granny rags and feeding the little birdies that gather at my feet. No one wants to have tea, dearie. Especially those rude louts on Bottle Street. Slack John as boys, always meddling with an old woman, just trying to make her way. In the end, we'll be together. You and me in the dreary night with the stars above and below. And always the one with the black eyes, dearie. Well, thanks, Prince, for showing me your appreciation in it and your understanding that maybe I don't want to read it. It is good, though. Yeah, it's long. Look at these bone charms. Holy God, there's so many. So glove devices. Oh, the Royal Spy Master. Cool. Whoa. Abby. A dusky-skinned assassin. See, I want to do this stuff. Looking into an abandoned apartment, finding things in there, little micro stories, creepy stuff. Dowd is an agent of the outsider, must die. Alright. Maroon. Ooh, okay, now we got a big place to explore. Rooftops to jump on. Runes to find. Weapons to put away. I still want my little charm thing. Aren't the documents microstories? I guess so. But there's sort of like reading it is one way to take it in. But I like when you, in Dishonored 2, you'd sort of like go into the different apartments and see what's going on in there and kind of get a feel for who lived there, what the world was about, just like experiencing it in a way that only a game can help you experience it. Hound pits. Wow. Wow. Very kind of rusty colored, eh? Like Salas was saying, not a lot of color. Yeah, that's important. I found it. I mean, these kind of things are so valuable because you're never going to unlock everything. And when you unlock something, it makes your life a lot easier and lets you play in a different way, too. Alright, I gotta remember to download Erica for tonight. When am I gonna do that? Admiral Havelock, Admiral Havelock.
If you like, but he won't use it. Why? He can't sleep in regular beds anymore.
Well, let's get down to it. First off, I know that assassination is dark business, but sometimes good men have to do bad things to make the world right. Our purpose is clear. We want to restore Her Majesty's line by finding and putting Emily Kaldwin on the throne. To those ends, we'll hide, act in shadow, take them apart, piece by piece. Tonight, High Overseer Campbell dies by your hand. It won't be easy. He's protected by his overseers, an army of religious zealots. But if anyone can do it, you can. Your exploits are legendary. Campbell carries a private journal. Once you've eliminated him, get the journal, because we think it contains Emily's location. Recovering her is obviously critical, assuming she's alive. That's the gist of it. Remember our cause and strike true. We're counting on you. Another thing. Campbell is holding a former overseer by the name of Martin. He's one of us, and if you manage to find him, give him whatever help you can. He's a master strategist, and he got caught working for our cause. It'd be good to have him back here at the Hound Pits.
Looks like he has two freezies up in the top. A chair, a strawberry freezy, and a blueberry freezy.
Corvo. Hello. I'm Callista. I work here for Admiral Havelock. I'm sorry to intrude on your business, but this is important. I suspect you're going to kill the High Overseer. That wretched man. There's really no reason for you to listen to me. But my uncle, Jeff Kernow, still serves as captain in the City Watch. But he's a good man, and my only family. The chatter in servant circles is that Campbell just took delivery of an exotic poison. And I think I know why. My uncle's not corruptible like the rest of them. Campbell is going to poison my uncle. Do you think you could protect him? You used to do that, right? Before you had your current profession. Before you became an assassin.
You can peep on her while she's bathing. She dreams of freedom in the decks of whaling ships fast after the breasts of sea. But alas, she's a woman.
I overheard the Admiral at breakfast, talking about the Overseers. That's all I heard. And I think it's better if I don't know too much about what you people are doing.
You people?
Just ready to go? Just give the signal.
Signal. Kind of looks like Arkham Asylum. But I guess Arkham Asylum just has like a old Victorian look to it. Apparently Chicago is a big Art Deco place. And Wellington, New Zealand is the Art Deco capital of the world. High Overseer Campbell leads the city's militant religious faction and is a close ally to the Lord Regent. Campbell is completely corrupt and holds a secret to Emily's location. Infiltrate the office of the High Overseer, steal Campbell's journal, and eliminate him. And lie to the loyalist Martin is being held there. Free him and allow him to escape. Seems like the whole game can be solved in this one mission.
It'll be a rough trip.
Feels like Beyond Good and Evil.
Used to be to go straight up Clavering Boulevard, but now it's not so easy. Half the city's dead of the plague. The other half's fighting over what's left. City Watch still holds the bigger streets, and they've set up those wall of light checkpoints. A man walks through one of those, and he ends up burned to a crisp. Everything not controlled by the City Watch is gang territory. Then there are the real odd birds living on the fringes, like that Granny Rags. They say she's nuts. Don't know which is worse. Just take your pick.
Take your pick. Everything's terrible. Use the Bottle Street alleys. Gang territory. Territory.
Let's go. It's nearly midnight. But easy, damn it. Keep them in the boat. Canal's got enough shit in it as it is.
1, 2, 3, heave!
Oh, look at that guy. He's that ugly and weird. Looks like Volgan.
Good. Keep them coming.
Hey!
What is it?
I think that last one...
What?
Yeah, the little one.
Not possible.
Hey, no headshot for me.
This better not be a joke. I'll find you.
I thought they said there was a live one.
I'll find you, you hagfish. To arms! Get around him! You're going... Watch out! Take it! Oh, down.
1, 2, 3, dead!
Feed him to the house.
Oof. Tough. Wonder what kind of upgrades I should get. What would help? Maybe that adrenaline one could be kind of nice. I think I might go for that one. Dumping unconscious bodies in the water counts as moida. Oh, I love when the systems have real consequences and are logical. Solace Beyond. Solace, I would love to play some Banner Saga for you eventually. That's pretty cool. I love systems so much. Keep looking at a picture of Neil Breen, and I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to look at Neil Breen. I don't want to. But I'm glad I know who he is and what he does. I don't want to. Yeah. All right. Whoa. Let's get comfy. And this is a stealth game. You gotta be comfortable when you play a stealth game. You really do. Ooh. Okay, wall of light. I just don't want to yawn, so I need lots of air. Uh-oh. The more rats you kill, the more rats get to eat them. They live forever. You and I were gonna live forever.
Burn!
Logan. Good to know
This whole place has gone to the house.
where they are. And you lose all that.
Please, I'm a bit shaken right now. I saw some terrible things today.
Kind of looks pretty clean for someone.
Attention, Dunwall citizens. The
But it's
following
dicking around in a garbage
closed
can.
and impounded by the state due to contamination. Barrow's Barbershop Surgery. The Duke and Dancer Ale House.
Barrett's Printing Firm.
Pennyworth's Tack and Saddle Emporium, and the Smoke Street Dice Hall.
At least some of them had money. How did it pass me?
Wanted.
All the others, they were in the sickness.
30,000 coins. I like that big hand pointing. He killed her.
Who's that?
It was her.
Someone help me out! Watch it! Dump you in the river! Like him!
Attention, Dunwall citizens. This is a special announcement from our honorable Lord Regent.
I want the adrenaline one. Oh, no, I'm terrible. Do you have to be on a thingy dingy to upgrade? Do you have to be in like a special place? Can you just upgrade wherever? You have mental demise, of course. Main guy looks pretty generic. Yeah, I guess they just thought, well, we're barely going to have to show him. Does he look like Dracula from Castlevania? I kind of forget he's a character or exists because he doesn't talk and you don't see him too often. So I picked the girl in the second one. I think I liked her powers more too. Okay. Buy them Sokolov. Even like the sort of the like the magic powers and stuff. I think I needed 3 for adrenaline anyway.
Nearly midnight. But easy, damn it. Keep them in the boat. Canal's got enough shit in it as it is.
Hey!
What is it?
I think that last one was moving.
What?
Yeah, the little one.
Not possible. I inspected them myself. Keep working.
The bodies.
Well, he ain't moving no more.
Disgusting. Please, I'm a bit shaken right now. I saw some terrible things today.
Oh, you gotta get in there.
Keep them coming.
Oh, nasty. Little filth.
Attention, Dunwall citizens. This is a special announcement from our honorable Lord Regent.
This is the Lord Regent speaking. It is with regret that I
Alright.
announce that my term as Lord Regent has been extended through the month of harvest and potentially beyond. In addition, in this continuing crisis, the overseers of the Abbey of the Everyman remain in service to the state and are empowered to enforce order whenever and wherever necessary. We owe our thanks to High
Buy the black market shops. Good.
for the generous loan of their services.
Alright, here's Mr. Generico. Ha! Oh, there's Slackjaw. Oh, yes, he has sort of a detached look to him, doesn't he? Are you a dead counter? Brave men needed for crisis management. Must have skill in numbers and a vigorous constitution. 10 coins a day. Or 30,000 if they take in our guy. Wow. Yeah, he has kind of an elegant but rough look. 100% your type? Dowd. Where is everybody? You can get past this wall light in a number of ways. Disable it by removing a whale oil tank. Climb up the crates to the right. Find another path to the right. Possess a rat and use a small tunnel. Then, what do you do then? Once you've moved the rat there, I guess you open the door. Or no, you merge as one, right? It's kind of neat.
Bastard!
I'm actually getting so drowsy. Like, you know, when you're almost having a dream, rather than like seeing other things. Can't be doing that. Might be time for me to stop for a couple hours. I got my music tonight. Really cool looking areas, eh?
All these rats crawling all over everything.
I definitely want the adrenaline more. I want to go in there and just rip shit up and do the adrenaline and do double kills. Hey guys.
You're going down.
Crossbow.
Take it.
Oh, I pressed circle. That's not dodge.
Attention, Dunwall citizens. John Clavering Boulevard has been designated a restricted travel area. Any citizens are liable to search or imprisonment. Discretion of the City Watch.
A lot of these things. Need the heart. Bone charm. Oh, they're not rat food yet. Watch the hell. What was the game we were playing where you'd be at really low health, you'd die, and you'd respawn, you'd have more? I think it was Last of Us. It definitely was. Bone charm. Wounds, so we need these runes. What do the bone charms give you? The runes give you all the skills, that's what I really need.
All the others, down with the sickness.
Get down with the sickness.
Attention, Dunwall citizens. This is a special announcement from our honorable Lord.
Wow. So terrible. Ah, these guys are awesome. You equip bone charms to give you special buffs. I had the same thought, Corkster? About what? It's good balance. The bone charms give you special buffs. Okay. I thought they were more just like collectibles of the cosmetic sort. Oh, down with the sickness? Yeah. I get down with the sickness. Ooh, ah. Hard to do that fast. Oh, I'm back here again? I want to blink and know where runes are. I wish I could kind of mark them when you find them.
Let's go. It's nearly midnight. But easy, damn it. Keep them in the boat.
Just sitting on the bridge and watching people get thrown on. Whale bones. Oh yeah, there were the bones that that lady was making, right?
What is it?
Boiling
I
them
think
up.
that last one was moving.
What?
Yeah, the little one.
Not possible. I inspected them myself. Keep working.
Well, he ain't moving no more.
Please, I'm a bit shaken right now. I saw some terrible things today.
I wonder if I can go around the side and get to that one there.
Attention, Dunwall citizens. This is a special announcement.
You can save it anytime. Okay, thank you. Save scummer. Professional save scummer. That last sip of coffee was not worth it. That was mostly grounds.
Honorable Lord Regent,
This is the Lord Regent speaking. It is with regret that I announce that my term as Lord Regent has been extended through the month of harvest and potentially beyond. In addition, in this continuing
Who's doing that? Who's saying that?
the overseers
Garbage.
of the Everyman remain in service to the state and are empowered to enforce order whenever and wherever necessary.
A tin of jelly deals. See, that phase was the opposite. Well, every action is an opposite reaction. So my smugness, I deserved it. It was coming.
Yes, I would.
I deserved it. Be smug. Get the bad coffee chug.
I told you the knives go on the left. They've always gone on the left. You never listen.
Oh, Granny Rags. No way.
Is that you, my dear husband? My eyes aren't what they used to be. Have you seen my little birdies? The dear things must be starving without their granny. Here, birdies. Here. Oh, my. I think I have gentlemen callers again, but not the way I used to, not the nice ones. I hear them, and they're not very polite ones either. Granny Rags, let us in. Well, they'll go away again if they know what's good for them. But what a bother. Here's the key to the front door, love. You'll see to those ruffians, won't you?
Mm-hmm. She sounds so familiar.
If I was a birdie, I'd want to eat that. Yes, I would, indeed.
This looks like I entered a haunted house. Oh, yeah. You got a rune!
Be careful, Corvo. They call her Granny Rags. You wouldn't recognize her real name, or even the name of her family, but an emperor begged for her hand once, and rich young men fought each other for her favor. I watched her consider them all, measure their worth, and find them wanting. Then, she made a different choice. You're on your way to face the High Overseer, the leader of a great cult dedicated to loathing me. What will you do, I wonder?
I want this one. Cost 2 runes. You have 3 runes. Yeah. Give it to me. Bloodthirsty. Once adrenaline's maxed out, move close to and press triangle. That's awesome. Blocking attacks, performing assassinations, and inflicting melee. Susan Sarandon? Yes, maybe. You think she'd be in this? I mean, it's a main enough character, right? Main enough. Are you main enough for this? Oh, cool. Level 2. Nothing costs 1. I don't need to see in the dark. Bone charms. Activate bone charms. Whoa, breathing capacity? That's pretty quick dodge. Cool. So what is it? I have all of these bone charms, or these are like all the ones you can, and I can use 5 at a time? Sort of like the charms in Hollow Knight. White rats, 1 attack. Power effects slightly improved. Breaking glass sound reduced. That's nice. Not to get seen. Moderate keyhole peeping. Ooh. We can see our little lady. Fire water. Shoot whiskey bottles. Explode with greater intensity. Win these ones. That's kind of nice. Explosions. White rats can be consumed for mana. be nice. Swim speeds faster. Ooh, getting health from assassination is fun. Enemies miss more often. Sure. Fun. Fun. A devouring swarm is probably useful, but I just found I didn't feel connected to the kill, you know? Anything else down here? Those ruins are quite the thing to get. The ruins are so useful and so rare. Well, you need somebody to... Well, they're done nicely. It's like you need 3 to really change how you're going to play. So, I really feel like getting 2 or 3 of them is pretty attainable.
I told you the knives go on the left. They've always gone on the left. You never listen.
Yeah, it does have some Susan random stuff. Uh-oh.
I think the little birdies are sad today.
Gentleman caller.
Let us in, Granny.
Bet she can't even hear us. She's blind.
Not deaf.
We're here to do your washing.
What are you gonna wash?
She's not stupid either. Have it your way.
Oh, damn it. Come on, let's get this guy. I'll stick him. Rough him up. Let's see what's inside.
That was pretty cool. Ooh, slow that down.
Bleed.
I keep pressing circle.
No one killed.
Just instinctively go for that dodge. Son of a bitch. Hopefully it saved after my rune grabbing and all that. They just do a good job of making your choices feel weighty. Whether you kill somebody that you could have got information from, how you decide to go about the mission, when you decide to attack people. Save before you start an encounter and execute a plan. You just made me really nostalgic for XCOM. Granny rags. No. God, there's not the auto-saving. It's not,
You're on your way to face...
The auto-saving's not too active, eh? I gotta remember. Which ones did I grab? Yep, that's more often. Get your health. Keyhole peeping. Sure. Consume the white rats. I had the fencer one last time, but I'm gonna save it right now.
I think the little birdies are sad today.
Let us in, Granny.
I could just let them in and they could go kill her. But she wants me to deal with them, right? Seems fair. I want to help her. You know, sometimes when a game is like... When a game, you know there's no choices. You just kind of like go through and you know there's one path, but... It makes you really think about it when you can screw things up and you have multiple ways of going about it.
She's been digging for 80 years. Must have found...
Hey! Oh, no.
Somebody, get over here.
Whoa. Oh, that was cool.
Come on, let's get this guy. I'm gonna loot your corpse.
Granny, 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 come out with me instead. Granny, 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 you can't because you're dead.
Give me your stuff. Before there are actual choices in this game, though. Oh yeah. I actually meant to say that this game does have a lot of choices, and you really have to pay attention to what you're reading the information you're getting. It's like it's more of that computer style where the PC game style where it expects you to make an informed decision, so you have to pay attention.
Garbage, all.
I was more being excited about this game. Ooh, consume the white rat. Wonderful. Granny, I helped you.
You never listen. Oh, my dear. I knew you'd help me with those ill-mannered boys. My brave man. Listen, Granny has a birthday present for you. I got it from the outsider, and now I'm giving it to you. Go on. It's upstairs. On the vanity. I think you'll cut a nice figure with it. Remember how we used to dance? Our parties were even grander than those at the Boyle Manor. Everyone wanted to come.
Yeah.
I think the little birdies are sad today.
Yeah, there's so many things that are sort of like optional that aren't just... It's not just one path the game is forcing you down.
I told you the knives go on the left. They've opened.
So it feels... birthday gift.
I hope you like the little gift I got for you. It's
He's
the least
blind.
I could do for turning those louts away. I can't bear these Bottle Street children. Ruffians, every last one of them. Rotten apples. And that slack-jaw is the worst lot. You know what I just thought of? You could do something else for me. Another little favor. And I'd give you another present. Another lovely rune carved from the bones of a dead whale. Do you remember my doctor, dear? Dr. Galvani? Now there was a clever man. He's got all sorts of nasty rat guts and disease in his laboratory. Wouldn't it be a shame if some of that mess found its way into the Bottle Street Gang's elixir still? That'd teach them.
Yeah.
See to it, dear. I'll find you another present just like the first. Galvani lives on Clavering Boulevard, or at least he used to. Those were the days. Now run off. My baby birdies are hungry. So precious.
This game's got such a good vibe.
But they're shy.
Such a like a fun world, and what the characters are doing with each other, and a lot of different kind of systems and stories all working with each other. I'm gonna go for now, but I'm really enjoying this. I'm glad that Erica didn't work out. We ended up playing this. I will try to download Erica now, and maybe we can get to that tomorrow and play a bit more Dishonored. Game Grumps have a Vaporware streaming channel now. Vaporwave. What's Vaporwave? Is that like 80s music? Like... all synthy stuff? Vapor steaming. They're vaping and steaming. Oh, music to study to do? Wouldn't that be such a piss off to be Chill Cow or whatever and have everyone take your idea? And do it exactly the same way. Like, we're going to have a cutesy little anime girl at night looking kind of provocative but bored but doing homework to the light or like playing video games or something. It's just like, there's just no there's no shame. There's no pride. We're going to do exactly the same thing. That's where I'd want to turn into, like, have these shadow powers where I could just show up behind them and slit their throats. And do right in the world. And improve the world from theft. Although, I mean, this game streaming format, I do this, and you know, it's not in an original way. But I guess not. I mean, there's just going to be some things that need to be copied. But you can still, I just still think there can be some originality, you know? It's not like I would just watch a game stream and make all the same jokes and commentaries and, you know. So. It's more like if one person drives in a car, is it copying them to also drive in a car? They're quite the corporation, aren't they? Are they doing anything original with it? Or is it just now they're doing this? Or like forever they're going to have it in perpetuity? Or is it just right now they're doing that as kind of like a joke? Yeah, we'll finish Erica first, because it's not that long. And I'm interested in it, Prince. And then we'll play this some more. Maybe some Bonner Saga. Okay, we'll be back tomorrow and try to get Erica downloaded. Just their voices on top of it. Oh, interesting. So it's like them telling stories, listening to music instead of playing a game. Makes sense. I'm really impressed with how they can tell these like deep, like their storytelling ability and joke improvisation while playing a video game. To me is so good. Oh, it's not them live. Or do they just kind of put their old stories on top of that stuff? Or are they talking about the music you're listening to? See you tomorrow, Pretty Boy. Gotta download Erica. Oh. You know, I bet you there's many times. Oh, it's like a remix of old stuff, but on top of music. Weird. Remixes, man. Everything old's new. That's so strange. Well, whatever. I guess people like that. Would I listen to that? Would I listen to a podcast that I've heard before with music? I mean, it's kind of neat. It's like the thing is, it's like a free way of making something new. Playing games they've played before and labeling them part 1. What do you mean, like, but just like re-uploading stuff they've played before? Or revisiting games? I'm sure that many times use a stream as a podcast works for you. I love that solace. I'm a big podcast guy. I don't really watch a lot of TV and movies anymore because I play 3 hours of video games 5 days a week. And then for my other entertainment, it's podcasts when I'm walking, doing work, housework. Just about any time before I go to sleep. I love podcasts. Living at part 1 so they get higher views. Oh, yeah. The amount, like the huge difference in views we get on a video that's called part 1 or final episode is insane. You know, like we're super small, so we'll get, I don't know, 50 to 100 views or something on a regular video, maybe less, maybe more, but a first episode or something could have thousands. So it's really depressing that thousands of people are checking it out and then seeing my personality and then leaving. Ouch. Oh well. You can't change who you are, can you? You can only be more yourself or a crappier version of something fake. I was going to say, it's like, I'm sure there's lots of times I probably was going to delete Dishonored and everything. And thought, no, leave it on in case I play it. And many times I knew that was a lie to myself. I'm like, no, you're not really going to play it. And here I am. It really worked out today. Sort of like thumbnails on YouTube, they all look exactly the same. They work. Here, let me bring some thumbnails up. Horky, we got to have a podcast together, buddy. If you're into talking on a microphone, I think you come up with the best bloody topics, like discussing movies and video game pricing and all that. Oh, probably not for your personality, but they just want to see what the game's about and aren't actually there for the person. That makes me feel better. Thanks, Prince. All right, let's take a look at how do I actually get to, you know what you can't do? from a YouTube studio, you can't get to a section where you're actually just scrolling through YouTube. You know, and watch it. You're very provocative. Oh, now I'm getting glitches. Oh yeah, in a good way, for sure. Because it's not just purely contrarian. It's more like a you do it in a way that's like thought-provoking. The good provocative. Copyright claims, no problem. Yeah, if you actually just want to watch, I want to watch YouTube. You can't click and get from YouTube Studio to YouTube itself. That's ridiculous. Google is they're so wonky. You know what really sucks? Okay. If I was on my MacBook and I wanted to take a ton of screenshots, I know the command for it. I go drag, and it automatically saves that in a screenshots folder. Hold the 3 buttons, drag, hold the 3 buttons, drag. On Windows, they have this thing called Snip and Sketch. You do that, and then yow, still here. Here, I'm gonna do a display capture and show you how horrible Snip and Sketch is. Display capture. All right, so we are here, right? Okay. Where's my camera? Put me above. All right, so snipping tool and snip and sketch. So Windows has 2 tools that are named basically the same thing. So I go snip and sketch, and it says, "Hey, did you know that you can press Windows Shift S to snip what's on screen without starting snip and sketch?" Okay, I'm going to do that. Windows Shift S. Okay, so I'm going to take a snip. Oh, I snipped it. So it puts it nowhere. Now where is it? It's nowhere. There's no option to save it. It's not automatically saved. There's the snip and sketch board here where I took my thumbnail. So now I need to actually do something with this. Now, if I want to do something with it, you think you can just press save and press enter? No. You know what it wants to do? It has the title of the last thing you saved. So if you press enter, it goes, "Do you want to replace it?" No, I don't want to replace it. So I have to come up with a crappy title. Okay, so where is my snip and sketch? Where are these going? It's just, they don't think about actually using anything. It's embarrassing. They're a software company and a hardware company. They've been in the game for so long, and they still don't even understand what it means to use the software. It's just ridiculous. It's like, it's pathetic, and it's really sad, and they could easily do so much more, you know? Now's a good time to get off and getting tons of frame drops, so. Oh, well. I think, how's this 2 p.m. start been for you guys at 2 p.m. Eastern? I was thinking of maybe doing like 11 a.m. sometimes. Just because sometimes I get up early and I'm like, I want to get into the games now, you know? Definitely never want to do 9:30 a.m. ever again. Eastern time, which I did for like 2 years. But maybe 11 or 2. Because sometimes I have to leave the house for a music gig by like 4. So I don't want to feel like I'm rushed. Now that I have Chrome open, I'm having these stream problems. Uh-oh. What could that be? So yeah, there's no way to actually... And look, there's no way from Google... Here, let's change the display capture over. From Google, there's no way to get to, like, watching stuff. You know what I mean? YouTube Studio, collapse menu. How do I just watch YouTube? Oh, there you go. YouTube. Yay, there it is. All right. So what are popular thumbnails? Now let's look at this guy here. This guy, I like him and his buddy. When I see this and it's got a small logo and no text, it kind of makes me think, didn't put a lot of effort into this. Well, look at this one. This one, I think, look at the bad lighting over there. It makes me not want to watch it. Now, Ed, you've been working on a lot of, oh, I need to get the game chat on the screen. Game chat on the screen. I've missed everything you guys have been saying. It's in your clipboard. So what do? Windows key Shift S. You're welcome. It's in your clipboard. Felix. Open up the little button in the bottom right in your taskbar with a little notification icon. Windows key Shift S. Open sidebar. Click snip. Control S to save. It's all right. What's all right, Solace? Oh, the time? Early would be nice, especially for Felix. Okay, so I'm going to try that right now. Windows Shift S. Okay, I'm going to take a thingy. Open sidebar. Click snip. Control S to save. Open sidebar. Why can't I see my open sidebar? Snip and Sketch fanboy. Open up a little button at the bottom right in your taskbar, the little notification icon.
Snip and Sketch. Snippy, 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 sketch. Snip, 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 sketch. Snip and snip and snip and sketch.
Would it be this one? Snip and Sketch. Early. Wow. Yeah, I don't see where it is. That was at 1716. Very convoluted, yeah. Snip and Sketch in your taskbar.
Snip and Sketch.
Okay, I'm gonna close the Snip and Sketches. Okay, let's try this again. Windows key Shift S, which is also Windows and Shift and S. I have to do this with my fingers to do that. Shift Mac 3, it's a desktop with a unique name. Yeah, exactly. Or Shift, and you can do 4, and you can drag, you can crop it and pick whatever you want. Okay, what's happening here? Sketch, rectangular snip, freeform snip, window snip, full screen snip. Okay, I'm going to snip. Now what? Now where is it? Where is it? Snip and Sketch. It's in your taskbar. Windows key plus A opens a notification, so you can't click the wrong thing. Windows key Shift S, window key A. Window key A. Ooh. Screen snip. Oh, you can just go Windows key A and click the screenshot that would be there. Control S to save. Okay, Windows key A. There's no screen snip here, my boy. My boy. Do you see Windows key A? I have this. I do see screen snip here. So I go screen snip, and it just asks me, do you want a screen snip again? Yes. Control S. Control S. That just like centered everything on my screen. I didn't want to do that. And then here's the thing. You can't even just like save it, and then you have to type in an original name for it every time. When Shift and select something, Windows Shift A. Windows Shift S, yeah. And then it says, how do you want to do your snip? I'm doing things out of order. Windows Shift S. Rectangle snip. I'm doing the big snip. Okay, it snipped. It did its click thing. Windows key A. Now I'm here, and there's nothing. Windows key plus A. Click the screenshot that should be there. Control S to save. I could be Windows Shift S, select something, then Win key A. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Windows Shift S. I'm dragging the lasso down. Boom. Windows key A. Nothing. Yeah, maybe. Windows key A. So I'm not seeing any notifications. I might have turned those off. You know, I might have done like no notifications because I don't want stuff on my screen. Is there just, maybe there's just like a better get notifications. Oh God, here we go. Turn them all on. All right, let's try this. Wow. Windows Shift S, lasso, Windows key A. There it is. Snip, save to clipboard. Select here. Now go Control S. Save. How do you want to save it? Annotation like that. Boom. Okay, let's try this again. Now I want to do another one. Windows Shift S, lasso, Windows key A. New one. Control S to save. Press Enter. Oh, and it actually saved it as a new name too. That is cool. Oh my God, that's all we had to do. You can actually change the movement of particles. All right, now let's look at thumbnails. This is weird. Guy with his shirt off. Nintendo 64. Relaxed music from Nintendo 64 games. I kind of like that. That is a bit wonky, that one. Oh, mother, may I? Mother, may I? It's creepy music, eh? Oh. Click on something, I hold Alt, it just changes all the weird stuff I don't want to change. How in the world do you open Windows Notepad? I just press Windows key, Notepad. Boom! Press Enter. That's how I do it. Okay. What are the most popular things right now? Trending. Now that's a good looking video. It looks like a real professional photo shoot. High detail, the lighting. And it's all in French. 1.2 million views 6 hours ago. Official lyric video. People love lyric videos. Juice World. Marshmallow. Hate the Other Side. It's probably going to be some bullshit trap. Brawl Stars. I was talking on the phone with Ink the other day, and we looked up. I find with Windows R, you have to actually nail the command, right? Whereas if you just type the Windows one, just press Windows, you could just type in NO and Notepad will come up. I typed in vlog, and we're looking at like the vlog universe. And, oh yeah, she's pretty and pink and has nice fashion sense. Look at this one. First time on an airplane in 5 months. Canada vlog. Hot girls being hot girls. 200,000 views. Logan Paul. The ultimate villain. The ultimate villain. He's basically like a pro wrestler where he makes you want to watch him lose or fail, you know, or get punched. It was so genius for him to get into boxing with that person. Look at that face. You just want to punch that face so much. It's really smart. I hate him. I hate what he does. Trending pages of Wars videos. See, Prince is a good person for checking out like the YouTube culture of sort of... For some reason, I ended up looking at like Filipino vlogs, and it was just endless people talking about like this reaction video, this apology video. What do we think about this apology video? Best vlogging cameras. First day of college. Bing. Yeah, she looks really stressed out. I heard someone call it a vlog. It's weird. It's like if a log of poo came out shaped like a V. This guy looks like a real Casey Neistat. 4.5 million views. Why does his face look like an asshole? And not like a guy who is an asshole, but his face actually looks like a puckered up little butt, like a little anus. Little butthole. I was going to say this is sort of like a popular background, but it seems like the same girl. Let me blog my stress. And there's people that are like, actual real-life birth vlog. Oh, cool. You're selling out your child and your life already. It's weird when it's so personal. Specific timing and the right combination of keystrokes. When, yeah, typing something right in Windows and making it happen is sort of like, is like playing Sekiro. 24-hour reading vlog. Reading 2 books in 24 hours. What? What are you going to do? Like, I guess you would probably do a time lapse, eh? Drink some water? Itch yourself? Weird. So weird. This never happened in the last 10 years. What? What never happened? Using a child's ability to act a lot better than you in camera because they are raw and vulnerable. My parrot learned to bark like a dog. It's a lot of like, I find stuff on YouTube is kind of it's a lot of like, wow and whoa. You're trying to like smash people and get their attention really quick. Tiffany Ferg. There she is. She looks kind of smart and sultry. Sort of like a Claire Danes. The power and responsibility of having a platform. The most inclusive dating show. My expectations versus reality. Analyzing this meme. I like her layout of it. You know? And like something like this, you think, she's not too... It's not too glitzy. Yeah, YouTube and shock value. Oh, and then she even dresses up every once in a while. That's kind of neat. Previously gifted podcast. A relatable podcast for 20-somethings learning to adult. Let's talk about juggling work, college, relationships, Netflix binges. Why previously gifted? Does that mean when you're in high school you're considered gifted and now you're just a regular schmo? Yeah, the child can consent. You rob them of creating their own online persona. And it's just like, that child is learning and doing embarrassing things. I can't listen to this music anymore. Alright. Let's turn this off. What the hell? Mixed with Shenmue dynamic theme music. Awesome. Beep beep bop beep. Beep beep bop beep. She analyzes internet culture. Oh, super interesting. Yeah, I saw somebody do a fantastic video on sort of like a cooking show and how it was like making cakes that look like real objects and stuff. And then, Katamari stuff is really distracting me. After high school, you balloon up. You sure do, don't you? And then they started, like, integrating their producer and outtakes and stuff, making it more personal. And then there was this, like, show that wasn't that popular with these guys, and they just directly copied their format, didn't monetize it, and then sold it. It's like a really nice expose on sort of the rip-off culture of it. Past generations are about discovering new skills, creating legacies. The culture right now is about doing what's already been done and making it bounce off 3 walls in the stovetop. Yeah, that's right. A trick version of it. Okay, neat. Yeah, I might check that out. I'll give her a subby. Filters ruin our self-perception. Oh yeah, that's true. The normalization of Facetune. Yes, it really, really is. Interesting. Tiffany Ferg. That's sort of like 80s. Like you're not wearing your 3D glasses look. I'm in Quebec, so I get this stuff. It says it's French. I don't speak French. Oh, Inky Boy, new camera stuff. Shaq isn't in Chuck's top 10 of all time. So it's always like, those are. How many YouTube videos have a question mark in the title? 18 on this page. There's 18 question marks on this page. Irritating Indian aunties, annoying nieces. Oh yeah, Lily Singh. Shade. This guy's not worried about thumbnail at all. Do I ever get a ton of specifically Canadian trending videos in my recommended? It happens with Dutch stuff. You know what though? I share this YouTube account with the 90s people. So Lachlan and whoever else uses it. So it kind of gives us a more diversified view. You got everything camera already? Yeah. You've already done all this research. I finally asked her to be my girlfriend. Here's a video about it. Stella's cousin, his boyfriend is internet dude. I don't know his name on here, but he talks about like sort of like anxiety, and it's like a self-help, self-life kind of deal. And he had some video of her that when I first saw it, I thought, this is weird because you're recording her phone conversations with you. And I'm assuming, like, I'm hoping that he shows her the edited video or asks her and goes, look, I recorded this. What do you think about it? But I kind of think that there's also something that if you are already going to put together the video and then you show them as a finished package and you say, do you mind if I use this of you? By the way, you know that this is my job and my main income, and I've already put all this time into doing it. So now do you mind? I feel like you're sort of putting pressure on people to, to maybe do something you wouldn't have done. Where if you just would have asked her before she saw it, hey, do you mind if every once in a while I secretly record you? And record myself in your house when you're not there? Being a good boyfriend? I like the guy, but it's that vlog culture of sort of, I'm watching it, it's like a Valentine's Day video, and it's him just kind of, it's not really about her, it's kind of about him doing nice things for her, And, it kind of rubbed me the wrong way when I saw it. Because although I'm trying to think, okay, if I had a girlfriend that did that, and made a big video about doing all these nice things for me, I actually probably would really like it. So, why does it seem different that it's not my relationship, but I'm watching him do it? Definitely feels different. I can't really put my finger on it. Canadian streamers shocked by YouTube titles? I should just rename everything. So what did we played Dishonored today? Dishonored 1 is really good? Question mark? Because you're trying to get people to want to find the answer, right? And think they're going to get it from you. Yeah, I found this guy for audio stuff. His name's Julian Kraus. And when this guy does a review, he talks very slow and very purposefully, and he tells you everything actually with facts and numbers. He's so good, this guy. It's like a lot of people do reviews on stuff, and it's like half of it is just their kind of feeling about it. Actually, I'd say 80% of it or more is there's no facts in it whatsoever. What is this game? I should just start labeling all my stuff. But then I always think if I start labeling stuff like that to get more attention, you're just going to get attention from the wrong people, YouTube recommends capitalizing some words? Probably. This guy's by far the best, and I've never found anyone else for audio reviews than this guy. Neil for Dishonor. Ted definitely has his own style for that. I think I want to get one of these things. It's good for compressing voice and noise gate. We have a lonely rolling star going on for 7 minutes straight. I kind of wish instead of it just being like a thumbnail with a bunch of words on it, I could just show like what's in it, you know? That's all. That's all I want to see. All right, I gotta go. But I had a great time playing these games with you guys. Sorry about Erica. We'll get to that tomorrow and discussing the internet with you. Okay. Bye. Bye.